On FanDuel Casino, you can play hundreds of games, like blackjack,
Yeah. Everything will go, nigga, it's a green light. Everything will go, nigga, it's a green light. Everything will go, nigga, it's a green light. Everything will go, baby, it's a green light. I looked in my review, something don't seem right. I should drop the top so I can let them see the ice. I let her jump on and ride it like a Harley bike. Everything will go, nigga, it's a green light. I'm on full, but a nigga still hungry though. Told my nigga stack your paper, bitch, come and go. Bad bitch, super ratchet when she on the road. He just got a dub, say he need 20 more. 80 bags of gas, I just got a box. Cut it open, take it straight to the block. Give me a weekend, I'ma turn it to a drop. The type of nigga turn your sister house to the spot. I'ma pay her bills and fuck her every now and then. He need 30 of my country boy in town again. She said she wanna fuck me bad, but this time with a friend. He said he wanna join the gang, but I won't let him in. Everything will go, nigga, it's a green light. Everything will go, nigga, it's a green light. Everything will go, nigga, it's a green light. Everything will go, baby, it's a green light. I looked in my review, something don't seem right. I should drop the top so I can let them see the ice. I let her jump on and ride it like a Harley bike. Everything will go, nigga, it's a green light.
Yeah, everywhere I go, you know I got the thing right. Everything froze, everything on me. Yeah, you know how it go, I drop a body before it dies. Yeah, everybody know I still be fucking niggas' wives. Look, cold-hearted bastard, South Memphis nigga, but my jewelry from Alaska. Fucking up the engine, drove the foreign like a NASCAR. Rolling sticky icky and I'm sipping hell like NASA. Yeah, I'm up the bird, it's a plane, now this Glock with your main bitch. I be making plays on top of plays like I ain't rich. I just had a talk with God and gang about a couple shit. Never on no sucker shit, lately I been on fuck shit.
Everything will go, nigga, it's a green light. Everything will go, nigga, it's a green light. Everything will go, nigga, it's a green light. Everything will go, baby, it's a green light. I looked in my review, something don't seem right. I should drop the top so I can let them see the ice. I let her jump on and ride it like a Harley bike. Everything will go, nigga, it's a green light.
Nigga, now he ain't a shooter. He didn't even die for shit he did just for computers. This shit you let niggas do to you today, your ass a goof, bitch. Too high off them X pills, I'm in Pluto, I bet I'm bitch. Man, why now? When I get on your ass, ain't no crying now. Your man's died in been 3-4 days, still ain't sliding now. Hurry up, get that kid back for that next nigga, get tagged down. Catch the op, he think it's shit time, he think it's died down. Saying my name like suicide, I see him dying now. Liberal on the corner, she won't move like he in timeout. Niggas bitches, they be pleading cases, let me find out. Find him out and meet him at the county when he signed out. Boom, next that Draco, huh? Boom, next that Draco, huh? Wait, I'm shaking off these pills, I think I'm fable, huh? Man, what? I know what I bitch eat the cock. She gon' tell me where they at, you know how we gon' play the block. She can pop out why they gambling, but you know I'm playing it smart. I'ma wait till hit this point, then I'ma sneak up by that cock. Remember that shit you said about my bro, he did. Yeah, you want chest ahead, but I won't face instead. That's another spot news. Headshots, all them killers shoot for free, ain't gotta pay them nothing. It's to the point I wink my eye, I ain't gotta tell them nothing. Where I'm from, we call 30 sticks, not dicks. I take that back, cause if you get caught, we gon' give it up in bands now. Who shot at me, they fans now. Snitches hanging with a snitch, we call that shit bad times. Count my glizzy and my mag inside the party. Oh, he think he crazy, phone him tweaking off the molly. Wanna act that jam, you know he down to catch a body. It's gon' be a shootout, for sure, ain't no problem. Get a roof off this motherfucker. He got a gun, he's scared to shoot in this motherfucker. Don't tell me what we cannot do inside this motherfucker. I treat baby just like blood, but that's my mud brother. Then we gon' be, I be on my dick, 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 I be on my dick. I be on my dick, yeah. I be on my dick, yeah. I be on my dick, yeah. When I get on your ass, ain't no crying now. Your man's died, it been 3-4 days, you still ain't sliding now. Hurry up, get back for that next nigga, get fired down. Catch the op, he think it's shaking time, he think it's dying down. Saying my name like suicide, I see him dying now. Libro on the corner, she won't move like he in timeout. Niggas bitches, they be pleading cases, let me find out. Find him out and meet him at the county when he sign out. Let that Drake on her. Let that Drake on her. Wait, I'm shaking out these pills, I think I'm favoring her. Wait, I'm shaking out these pills, I think I'm favoring her.
I've got home internet.
I see you trying to take advantage of a sweet girl like me. I know that if you had the chance to, I would never be free. While I'm awaiting reservation, constantly torture my mind. Inside a voice said, this relationship should be heaven for me. a lawman or an outlaw?
Bit of both, I reckon. I took an oath to protect her.
Yeah, rhyme so dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, let go of them townhomes. What's a native to a native? He $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah. God's children, give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God and Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English potted on our homes. Tribal families turn on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to something. Reincarnation of ancients, fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the coop. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. You wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. And stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master, who preaching we should submit while getting murdered and captured. About how we should wait on God, it's never our vernacular. They get paid and praised by the dollar long as they keeping us stagnant. And niggas think they woke, huh? Like you could change a whole world through a boat, huh? Like slave masters willing to let their slave go, huh? That slave master was probably your kinfolk, huh? History in reverse, a black king strategy. When blacks were your majesty, they always hide your pyramids but point to where the castles be. Aristocracies with your last name patent accurately. Yeah. And I ain't even tell half the shit. Like I ain't even tell a quarter of the shit. I'm just getting started. Y'all niggas rap about busting guns and all this weird shit. I'm trying to get my people back, nigga.
As an entrepreneur, as a creator, I'm 20.
Yep. Wild Indian, yeah.
Hey, V, line them up.
I'm a wild Indian, you know I go crazy. Ain't really Indian, that boy fugazi. I just keep it player, you can never play me. You got an ass so fat, girl, let's make a baby. And another one. Then I'm back to the trap, I'm trying to double some. She a bad woke chick and I love her tongue. We some jurisdiction boys, we some one-on-ones. Look, don't compare me to no Martin dog, I'm like Malcolm X. Job about our freedom, we'll leave a crack and stretch. Round of applause, boy, you know we clapping text. Chucky dog, child play, yeah, nigga, that's what's next. Open up the cans just like Arizona. Pull up masked up like we got the Rona. We set up jurisdictions when we buy the corner. How you claiming that's your hood and you not the owner? Be the B, I just pulled up in the need for speed. Free the land, tell the colonizers that they need to leave. Wild Indian up in my veins, you know how we bleed. You ain't gotta lie about who we is, dog, just keep it G. We at war, we can't keep the peace. Since we at war, gotta keep the peace. Whack the cone, then I meditate. Should I need to breathe? Keep an Olmec head when we slide, dog, cause we the sheep.
Like my my niggas said, bitch, we the shit. I can't keep the peace. If it pop off, then I want a piece. I'm just on release. I'm in go mode, motherfucker thief. In these streets like EBT, when we at war, make peace with me. I don't give a damn, understand. Fuck who stole this land, white or black or tan. Understand, it's fuck who stole this land. Might have seen me get little buddy these hands. He wasn't no abo man. Now these dudes is Sambo man. They full of shit like my ammo can. What they call an N-word out the wrong mouth as an ambulance. Wild Indian, get it in advance or you can post date it. Ask around, I'm the most hated. Straight sacred, they stole acreage. No ape shit, show ain't shit. It won't be televised, I don't tape shit.
Be the beat, I just pulled up in the need for speed. Free the land, tell the colonizers that they need to leave. Wild Indian up in my veins, you know how we bleed. You ain't gotta lie about who we is, dog, just keep it G. We at war, we can't keep the peace. Since we at war, gotta keep the peace. Whack a cone, then I meditate. Should I need to breathe? Keep a Olmec head when we slide, dog, cause we the sheep.
Peace, 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 peace. Peace to the gods, peace to the Aborigines. Oh, I forgot the goddesses. Let's not forget the goddesses. Peace to the Aborigines, North, South, Central, and the conjoining islands. You know what? I think I want to hear that Job Brick. I was kind of going back and forth which one I was going to play. Was it going to be the Job Bricks again, or I was going to play Trey Ali or whatever. I think I'm gonna play this Wild Indians one more time. Let me mute up real quick. Let's get back into the music.
Yep. Wild Indian, yeah.
Hey, V, line them up.
I'm a wild Indian, you know I go crazy. Ain't really Indian, that boy fugazi. I just keep it player, you can never play me. You got an ass so fat, girl, let's make a baby. And another one. Then I'm back to the trap, I'm trying to double some. She a bad woke chick and I love her tongue. We some jurisdiction boys, we some 101s. Look, don't compare me to no Martin dog, I'm like Malcolm X. Y'all bought our freedom, we'll leave a crack and stretch. Round of applause, boy, you know we clapping text. Chucky dog, child play, yeah, nigga, that's what's next. Open up the cans just like Arizona. Pull up masked up like we got the Rona. We set up jurisdictions when we buy the corner. How you claiming that's your hood and you not the owner? Be the B, I just pulled up in the need for speed. Free the land, tell the colonizers that they need to leave. Wild Indian up in my veins, you know how we bleed. You ain't gotta lie about who we is, dog, just keep it G. We at war, we can't keep the peace. Since we at war, gotta keep the peace. Whack a cone, then I meditate. Should I need to breathe? Keep a Olmec head when we slide, dog, cause we the sheep.
Like my niggas said, bitch, we the shit. I can't keep the peace. If it pop off, then I want a piece. I'm just on release. I'm in go mode, motherfucker thief. In these streets like EBT, when we at war, make peace with me. I don't give a damn, understand. Fuck who stole this land, white or black or tan. Understand, it's fuck who stole this land. Might have seen me get little buddy these hands. He wasn't no abo man. Now these dudes is Sambo man. They full of shit like my ammo can. What they call an N-word out the wrong mouth as an ambulance. Wild Indian, get it in advance or you can post date it. Ask around, I'm the most hated. Straight sacred, they stole acreage. No ape shit, show ain't shit. It won't be televised, I don't tape shit.
Be the B, I just pulled up in the need for speed. Free the land, tell the
Trey Ali, I mean not Trey Ali, but Job Bricks, if you listening, man, we talked about the remix. Do the remix and throw Trey Ali on there. And throw Big Bap on there as well, man. Get Big Bap a verse, man. So let's get that remix done, bro, with Trey Ali and Big Bap on it, man. Definitely a dope song, man. Let's keep it moving though.
Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, send home the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praise. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Where the fuck am I going? Who the hell could I be? All this time I've been lost. Vessel trapped in the sea. Chains holding my legs. I just want to be free. Fist picking my throat. Hell yeah, and they know it. Heritage keep going. You can see it in my phenotypes and that damn Indian showing. This knowledge keeping me steady. 45 on my hip and my armor, man, stay ready. I hit the streets in my Chevy. Blunt, burning, smoking heavy. Man, here you go, I got plenty. Prayers up for what's in it. In the land I lost many. Cause every nigga ain't feeling. And every man ain't milling. No D-bows but Stanley. No heroes for my family. Why the pigs killing us daily. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Where the fuck do you come from? Kidnapping our babies. 11 million abortions. Whole country is scorching. Made them stealing my portion. Bitch, give me my land back. We ain't signed no contracts. Why you wasting all of our trust funds? We don't know who your dad is, but we know who your kinfolk. Take the food off of my plate. Eat that shit with my folk. You invader. Motherfucking invader. Invader. This is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader.
Somebody put that Dre Cobb joint up in the link, man. Shout out to the brother Dre Cobbs, man. Shout out to all the brothers that's providing us with some Aboriginal conscious music, man. Definitely Trey Ali, man. Trey Ali definitely been going in for a long time. Brother Ja Bricks, like brother Dre Cobbs, which I done heard his album and the shit sound like it's fire. So definitely go out there and purchase and cop this music. You know what I'm saying? You could be pumping that joint up in the while you traveling or you transversing while you got your children up in the car with you. You know what I'm saying? Something, you know. Normally when I'm traveling, I got my daughter, I got to play KTU and shit. That's up here in Jersey. But anyway, right, let's get back into the music. Watch how this brother break it down at the end though.
Sitting on the invader. Invader, this is for the invader. Invader, sitting on the invader. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Give them all praises. Give them all praises. Hey ya, 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 hey ya.
Open up the heavens, let the sunshine in. The Ducateers and Empress about to begin. Giving love to all the ancestors that's tuning in. Here comes the Ducateers with some more offerings.
Going out to the Olmec, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee, you know me, the homie is OG, coming to restore the crown of the Olmec, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee, you know me, the homie is OG, coming to restore the crown of the old.
Swooping through like an eagle, more like a stinging bee. Ancestors is left, right in front me. I'm all that vid dynasty live inside me. Moon goddess since birth, she worth native, made for greatness. And wild with natural style, rain dancer under the moon, knock through the pearly gates. Escape from Spain to Panama, we still ahead of y'all. Never racing, just slow pacing to the top of the dome. We stand tall, y'all. Never lazy to walk, clap, you slap back. For all the mall talking, Shinnecock, never stop. A little petite, but never retreat. 10K is doggone tall, y'all. Chopper riding, we awake, Verity streaming, ET beaming, blunt chop, lightsaber walker, wolf talker, never stop.
To the Olmec, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee, you know me, the homie is OG, coming to restore the crown of the Olmec, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee, you know me, the homie is OG, coming to restore the crown of the Tomahawk chop, an entire city block, big buffalo people coming back to wreck shop, hip hop, a modern pop, can't stop the rebirth for raw, indigenous rock with the native chant, Christ war dance, at a glance, anyone who glance at the Shechem war dance, Chief Seven Feather Owl, the Moorish Colin Powell, make all these 14th Amendment rappers throw in the towel, square, compass, and tribal, these masons taking oaths, disrespecting ancestors, selling their souls to ghosts, I raise my glass, make a toast to Aboriginal hosts, traveling through the cosmos, that's most, meaning that's on top, my wounded knee bandaged up, Black Hawk, what's up, Geronimo skull, we taking it back from the tomb of the bones, when we coming in the rooms and resume like Olmec, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee, you know me, the homie is OG, coming to restore the crown of the Olmec, Montauk, Shinnecock, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Washita, Blackfoot, Abenaki, Seminole, Muskogee, you know me, the homie is OG, coming to restore the crown of the
Open
OG.
up the heavens, let the sunshine in. The Ducateers and Empress about to begin. Giving love to all the ancestors that's tuning in. Here comes the Ducateers with some more offerings.
All right, so let's get into this shit, man. Peace to gods, peace to goddesses, peace to Tonchons, the Aborigines, North, South, Central, as well as the conjoining island. You already know what time it is. It's your brother Ahano Kiel, aka A1, aka Tonchons. You already know how we giving it up. Ain't nothing changed. Same to our change. We're gonna continue. We're gonna continue to go down this paradigm and look over and make a lot of the information repetitive. So this stuff will be enforced in your mind because a lot of people have a lot of doubt, you know what I'm saying, on who we are. Now, whether conversation with an actual individual or doing a heavyweight jam solo, right? I'm here for all that, right? This might be a solo joint, might drop the link depending on how far we get into it. But definitely, man, peace to guys, peace to goddesses, man. And gotta give my congratulations to not a coincidence for pulling off what I thought would be the impossible by 1%. A 1% vote. Okay. Shout out to not a coincidence, brother, for being able to win by 1%. Okay. Shout out to him, bro, for pulling it off at the buzzer. 1%, a 1% vote advantage over the guard, the Lantian guard, right? Shout out to not a coincidence, man, for pulling off the victory, man. I guess a win is a win, no matter how short the margin of victory was. So shout out to not a coincidence, man. But see, I have a different opinion about shit, which I mean, I have a right to voice my opinion. My opinion might not matter, might not even mean nothing to some people, right? But I have to voice my opinion. When we come up with these topic of debates, right? The topic is what the debate is about. Okay. If one individual provide evidence of let's say the events or what we came up with the subject matter, right? Indentured servants, are they the same as slaves? That's the subject matter. So that's what has to be proven. No matter if it happened one time, then it was proven that this is synonymous, right? Like I said, the brother definitely provided enough sources to get the victory just on the fact of what the title was. So, in my eyes, I seen a victory definitely for the brother Hawk, but the polls and we're AP is a non-biased platform. So the polls spoken and not a coincidence pulled the victory out by a 1% margin. So shout out to not a coincidence. Just give it up for him. Just give it up for him. I'm glad to see all your hard work actually paid off with a 1% margin of victory, right? Shout out to you, brother. Give it up, man. I gotta congratulate you, brother. You finally pulled off a win, even though I don't really want to get all into that, but you finally pulled off a win, man. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations, my man. And like I said, I'm not really taking no fades from none of the peons, but if not a coincidence, would like to take another chance, another shot at the God, I'm gonna give him that opportunity. If he feel as though he want another shot at me, I'm gonna give him that opportunity. But I will say this, right? And I emphatically say this, right? He will lose again. I'm not taking no L's. And if you niggas don't come to vote for the guard, then that's on y'all. You know what I'm saying? And Nick Rise, don't come vote for the guard. And y'all leave me out there in shallow water and shit, defend for myself, which I'm going to fend for myself anyway, right? Because the information is the fucking truth. And that's what we standing on. So definitely shout out to the Lantian God, my dude. Shout out to the Lantian God for definitely dismantling them. Not a coincidence. At least in my opinion. It's my opinion. Might not be nobody else's opinion, but it is mine. So definitely shout out. And shout out to the debate league and shout out to the hard work that AP put into putting together these debates. Because we got real contention over here that really people want to hear. Sinetta and them over there still talking about Hebrews in the Bible. They still talk about Hebrews in the Bible. That's a dead subject. Pan-Africanism is a dead subject. It's a dead subject. Ain't nothing really popping over there. It's the same theatrics. They pull up on some Israelites and nigga, when is the gods of the Amaru gonna step up? You know what I'm saying? Like, when Adam 22 had Captain Tazarba, they supposed to have one of the American gods over there to put a real perspective. Forget this biblical perspective in which we can take scriptures of that so-called Bible and apply it to what was going on here, right? But at the end of the day, man, you know, shout out to the debate league. And like I said, I definitely like to see a lot of these debates, man. I'm definitely still learning, still trying to, you know, get in tune with a lot of information that I haven't had privy to researching or finding sources to substantiate it, right? So, oh, hold on for a second. Let me turn to NFL Red Zone. But what you guys think? We got 73 people in the building. Please share the video out and like the video as well. You know, really cost you nothing. If you like to support the channel, that's up to you guys. Um, for those of you guys that did see the debate, if you want to chime in before I get into this heavyweight build, you could chime in. We got a couple of minutes to burn, but we're gonna definitely put together a heavyweight build. So anybody want to chime in the chat room real quick before I proceed with my presentation? And you see how I see is dressed, right? And he's talking about the Olmecs and the Choctaws and the Chickasaws and all that, right? So a lot of people like, this nigga dressed like an Arab. But some of these images that I'm gonna show you of the Americans is going to reflect on his regalia or his attire, right? But what you guys think in the comment? I don't see nobody chatting. We got 70 people in here. Share the video out. Damn, do I gotta share my own video? Can I share my own video? I think I am going to share my own video. Hit the link, AP. Matter of fact, you ain't gotta hit the link, nigga. You got the key to the back door. Matter of fact, I'd like you to come up here for maybe about a couple minutes, man. Let me get your views about how you think the joint went last night. That's right, Chief Tuscaloosa. That's right. A lot of people don't know that, and I'm gonna show you. We're gonna go through some images and some documentation or whatever. We got enough shit to run through for about 4 hours, right? We got enough shit to run through about 4 hours. And shout out to brother Top Cat for going down there to Chichen Itza to the pyramids, man. I seen the footage, and you know, I definitely want to attend the next tour. I still ain't get my fucking passport yet, but hopefully it should be here within the next couple of weeks or whatever. So let's get into some things. All right, let me unshare this. Let me share this. Matter of fact, you know what? Hold up. All right, so let's start with this, right? It says the title, I changed the title from a bill to school. so we can get some scholarship information out and we can do some observation and come up with a hypothesis, right? So we could do this live. We could do the observation, and I'll send the put the link out. So if anybody want to come in and give of a hypothesis to the observation that we are actually seeing, then that'll be something splendid. You know, we can definitely go from there, right? So we got a map of the Americas right here, right? We got map America right? And if you see, right, just in this area right here, you see how far Florida stretched out? It stretched from the peninsula all the way into the mainland, which this would be Texas right here, right? Look where Mexico is at. New Mexico is all that shit, right? And then you got Spain, which this ain't Spain. This is actually Al Andalusia. That's what it was called, Al Andalusia, right? Where Central America is at, because that would be Montezuma Empire, right? So we see Florida right here, stretching further than we see Florida on an actual map, in which we already talk about a lot of them states and them counties that's going into like Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and all the way as far as west as Mexico or beyond the Rio Grande, right? Beyond the Rio Grande, nigga. That's west of the Mississippi, the Rio Grande, where they say, I don't really want to say it, but I have to, where the Mauritanian races and the Moorish people who Mexico properly belongs to, and their Indian associates, all through Florida. We find other Moorish structures in Florida and all through them lands. We find temples in Tennessee. We find pyramids in Tennessee, Alabama, and all the way as far out as west, right? So something to observe, right? And see, these are old school brothers like Johnny Aborigine, right? Which I always try to get credit to the brother, right? For presenting or putting together a lot of these memes that help other people realize that it was Negroes in America. And no one, I don't care what no literature or text or book can write, they will never tell you that you was already here and you was free. And a lot of these images of them showing you, right? They showing you these images of some primitive people. When at this same point in time, when these people were sketching up these drawings, niggas was wearing motherfucking suits with leather shoes, hard bottoms, to be precise, right? So understand that these images are only made to make you look primitive, but it does depict what the actual people look like in the actual depiction, right? Let me see something real quick. All right, so let's stay here for a second. All right, so in the back, right, the Indian that's holding up the umbrella has a fez on. Look, all right, just for the sake of observation, right? All right. It's an image I found that's supposed to be in Europe, right? This is what Europe really looked like. The god, the god sitting on the throne, and he got his army around him, and then he got the rest of the people like participating in some type of gathering or like a gala right? No, this is not Africa. This is actually Europe. But I'm gonna go back and forth throughout the images because I don't have them like organized to which one is actually America. But we're gonna run through some shit. So let's just get with it, right? Look, look at the goddess, and she looked like she got like some type of braids or dreads, right? But look at the parrot. The parrot is always like chilling in our circumference, as well as the alligator. The alligator be chilling too, right? Let me see. Let me see what's going on real quick. We got 91 people in the house, man. Let's keep sharing this build out. Hit that like button. And like I said, if you like to donate, that's up to you. All right. But let's continue, right? Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses, man. See the parrot, right? And it's the reason all of the rest of the garments has colors, right? All this shit got colors. Her earrings got colors. Her little gown, her little chain. Don't you see Europeans wearing shit like this today? Look at her chain. Look at that. You see them wearing it. You see motherfuckers at the goddamn Golden Globe Award wearing shit like that, Money Grip. That's how we was doing it. And these niggas running around here trying to reinforce that you were slaves and emphatically telling you that, oh yeah, I'll debate you on that. That's cool. You could lose in the debate, and then we could continue the rest of the class or the rest of the session, right? Look at the motherfucking chain right there. That's some shit Queen Elizabeth wore, right? What you guys say in the chat? Look at the chain, bro. Look at it. And it looked like some type of gold. Look, all the rest of the picture has color, but then when it gets down to her face, she's brown and of a chestnut hue, I might say, right? Look, chestnut brown. And she got the parrot, right? And I started to really start paying attention to these birds. Like before, I thought that was like some weak ass nigga shit to be bird watching or paying attention to the birds and shit like that, right? But the birds, they sentient beings. They sentient beings and they can communicate. And they're good companion. I mean, yeah, well, they're good animals that can send messages and do other things for you, right? And a motherfucker can talk, right? Go figure that. The motherfucker sit there and talk. Hey, whatever you saying, they can say the same thing. Now this is an Aboriginal, okay? It's the Aboriginal, right? Let's go to the next flick, right? Look, this is the depiction of the Aboriginal in Europe. These are Timucuans, right? The same people who was in that area of what we call Florida, but we see Florida extends all the way beyond the Rio Grande, and all throughout them areas, we actually see remnants of a different type of technology and culture, right? That's running through just Florida itself, which is mostly dealing with the Muskogee, right? We see a heavy trace, right, of them having the science to transverse, as well as the Algonquins, right, which are Muskogee as well, right? We see a traveling and transversing pattern between these so-called nations, right? We see them transvert. And matter of fact, the nation even coming all the way from Central America, where I showed you where they call Andalusia, right? Montezuma. From the halls of Montezuma, which they said his halls had like the checker board pattern at the bottom, which was gold and black, right? Or it might have been gold and ivory, or gold and some type of fine marble or some shit like that, right? From the halls of Montezuma, nigga, right? Extending from America, not extending from Africa first. The halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. Why is Tripoli so goddamn important? Out of all them places throughout the Pillars of Hercules. Go figure that, right? So these are the images, my dude. And this is how they look at us when you niggas ain't looking, when you don't understand that we had an empire that extended from the Americas all the way beyond other places. And this is the reason why you see a lot of this culture, such as the science from 0 to 9, right? Which is mathematics, right? Right? That's the reason why you see it, because we are the Phoenicians, we are the people who created phonetics and created ways to communicate verbally through using frequencies and vibrations. Also, we did the hand sign joint where we could hit a joker with a quick hand sign and let them know what's going on. This is what we was using when these so-called Roman invaders started to kind of come through. And we talking to these jokers, and we trying to understand like what brought them here, who sent them here, because see, it had to be a certain dialect when a lot of these so-called Moors or just black Europeans or whatever you want to call them came back here. We had, at this point in time, we was already put on notice of the doctrine of discovery and the intercaterra and the uno centrum. We was already put on notice, like, yo, these brothers just ran a play on this. This is what they're gonna be trying to do. So it'll probably be in my best interest that everybody that come back here, you kind of like lightly interrogate them to see what brought them back to the old world. You understand what I'm saying? But then sometimes it was the inside. It was the inside. It was a lot of these Slavics and people who wasn't in manumission. Them was the people who was infiltrating us and informing on us. Them was the ones. So let's keep it moving. Let me see what this is right here. All right, so hold on, let's read a little bit of this. All right. And this is from the American Museum of Natural History, right? This is 1937. This is a individual. Let me see if I can see that at the bottom right there. Let's give out the source, because you niggas think niggas don't be sourcing up. I can't pronounce this. Hennig Zit Krif Rasin Kindi, 1937, right? And this is from page 20, and this is Sullivan and Hellman and Poonen, a Calver. I don't know how to pronounce that shit, but the New York American Museum of Natural History. That's the one I think I've been in like 3 museums in New York. But check it out. Let's read at the top right here, right? So look, it says, no doubt. Now, remember, dodge the hijack. Don't get caught up in the rhetoric or the literature itself. No, we already went through the American Indian encyclopedias. We know these people wasn't primitive, because the same science that they claim that was here for 5,000 of years is the same science they using fucking today, my dude. So we know these people wasn't primitive when they came here, because we got the whole encyclopedia to prove it. See, this is how when I'm saying cross-referencing, we already been put on notice. Oh shit, these niggas is doing brain surgery 5,000 years ago. These niggas had reservations, and I mean not reservations, but irrigation and all types of canals and aqueducts and all types of highly advanced technology, bro. So we know these people here wasn't primitive. That's just a way that they were always like to introduce that to the person. Oh yeah, these people are hunter gatherers. They may kill a whole deer and the whole family eat. Oh nah, nigga, we was eating fish, nigga, fried fish, nigga, with dried up and um with dried up fucking cornmeal, right? We was motherfucking making hush puppies. All that shit is ancient shit, nigga. Ain't no nigga gonna make some hush puppies out of corn. Ain't no who the fuck gonna teach you how to do that? Who gonna teach you how to do that? Who gonna teach you to batter up green tomatoes with fucking cornmeal, bro? Cornmeal is an aboriginal dish. They want you to believe that shit came from Africa. Somehow they're gonna introduce that to the nigga. Oh, but the Africans was my dude. We know that the corn over there came from here. We already know that, right? So look at this, right? It says no doubt the first comers would be primitive tribes, few in numbers, and not likely to resist the onslaught of the later hordes. We have seen that most of the Negroid people in the old world seems to have been driven towards the equatorial regions where the hot environment, no doubt tending, prevents the Negro from evolving into something higher. For this point of view, we shall hardly expect that most primitive people would be present in large numbers in Northeast Asia, which has the jumping off place for American migration. Now, this kind of goes into the whole Lemuria thing, but we can kind of like, whatever. However you want to, you don't agree with it, cool, right? At any rate, if we accept the Los Angeles skeletons, the most primitive skeletons in America appears to be like those of Los Lagota Santa. Talking about Louisiana, nigga. Look, talking about Louisiana, nigga. That's the ones they found the 81 skulls in Lagosa Santa, nigga, in East Brazil. Quotations, right? Quotations, right? Now I don't know how to pronounce this word right here, but we're gonna try, right? It's saying marked by whatever this word is, DOLICHOCEPHALY, in short stature. Middens in the region contain similar less skulls. Moreover, the hair of living Amerindians, such as the Caraya and the Mata Grasso. Okay, so this is giving another demonstration to that there was Negro people in America, and they saying that the skeletons they found in Los Angeles, nigga, Los Angeles, nigga, Los Angeles, nigga, Compton, nigga, stand up, Compton. So they found Negro skeletons in Los Angeles. Interesting. And then they give in reference to the whole, there's more Negroes in the Northeast Asia, nigga. You know what Northeast Asia's at. So, I mean, this is one of many sources that I'm going to be showing today. You know, you niggas can sit there and take notes, and we can keep it moving, right? Interesting, right? Let's check this out. What's that? Holland? No, that's England. That Red Cross, right? Is that England? Let me know. Let me know in the chat room. Can y'all see this? Look, that's England, right? Look, why would they have this man dressed up all prestige if England was always inhabited by Europeans? This nigga don't look like no peon. He ain't got a hoodie and some jeans on, right? This nigga dressed up like that dude, clean shave. You know what I'm saying? With them same type of hats we see Columbus wearing, right? or the same type of bonnet, type of, I don't know, beret type. I don't know what the fuck type of style hats them shits is, man. I need to get one though, man. Maybe when I walk down, I mean, I walk down the street anyway, motherfuckers look at me like the guard. Well, I have one of them joints on with the feather in it, and it's like, it's a wrap at that point in time, nigga. Fucking pull you over. You got one of them joints on, nigga. Like, yo, you know what? I pulled the wrong person over. You have a good day though. You know what I'm saying? What is that flag though? Let me know. Somebody let me know in the chat room. Can y'all see in the chat room? I mean, can y'all seen the image, right? That flag is England, I believe, right? You got 120 people in the building, man. Hit that like button. Let's try to get 300, man. It's been a long time, 300, man. But we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to days of old when it comes to this research. You know what I'm saying? Just purely, strictly observation with the help of some literature to give us some to like, kind of go along with the images that we see, right? Okay, all right. So suspects, yeah, that's an England flag. You see how the brother dressed though, right? This ain't no peon. You see what I'm saying? It's impossible. This nigga can't be no peon. He's someone of huge stature. Hold on one second. Let me check my chicken in the oven. Yeah, y'all, I'm on my international shit today, man. Jerk chicken, paella with mussels. Yeah, I'm on some international shit, right? So check out this brother dress right here, This is not a peon. Look, and he got the sun on his shirt or his armor or his entire, right? With a sword, shield, boom. So from the looks of this, he wasn't no slave. But see, these niggas that come up here, oh, he was a slave, and they turned him from being a slave into some type of man of prestigious, you know what I'm saying? Like he just had the success like that. Like, and we see multiple images that really doesn't account to what was really going on. But if the European or Pan-African come in and provide their perspective, they're going to say, oh, he was a slave at one point in time, and they seen some good use, or they could use him, and then they upgraded him into what we see today. Is that not right? Hold up, what you say, Chief Justice Lucifer? It's only the birds. Yeah, but even with that image right there, right, it shows and proves that Europe was occupied by Negroes, and it just wasn't Spain and Portugal and Morocco, because this is what they want you to believe. They want you to believe, oh yeah, they only had Spain. No, nigga, they had everything through that Mediterranean, from all the way from the Middle East all the way to Spain and Portugal, nigga. All that shit was inhabited by the Amaru. All of it, right? All right, so let's continue, right? Well, that's the revolution of Haiti. We don't need to really get into that right now. Let's see something. The 13 colonies, which I got a source I'm holding on about the 13 colonies, a couple sources. I don't want to put it out there to I don't want to put it out there just yet, but it's substantiating that all of these colonies was controlled by Negroes. All of this shit. Wasn't no white people in charge of nothing. All of these colonies with all these so-called what you call African slaves, which are really North African slaves, and the people that was taken from Europe, or if they came from Europe, because I'm a firm disagree. I disagree with the fact that Europeans was in, or what we call Europeans today was even in Europe 500 years ago, bro. 500 years ago. We don't know where they from. They not from Europe. Forget the story. Oh, the Moors just went in there in 7-Eleven and took over. It doesn't add up. It does. And if they did go in there and take over for damn near 800 motherfucking years, that means that these people had to be their subjects. They was under servitude. You think they was living right next to him, and nigga come out like, "Hey Bob, what's up? Let me use your lawnmower or your fucking your blower." No, nigga, no. And me and Chief had a conversation with a brother. I don't want to mention his name because we kind of like on good terms and shit, right? And that's what he thought. He thought when they tell you, okay, Europe was or the Romans was white people, and then the Moors just came in and took the shit from them. No, the Moors is already there. The white people was never there. They only trying to use that. Don't any which way the story sound weak anyway. Because even let's say Julius Caesar and all these motherfuckers was in Rome, and then the Moors came over there and took that shit from them. Then what happened to them? They had a yoke around their neck as well. If you want to go there, if you want to go with that story, we can always kind of look at the information and kind of say, nah, the people who write in these books ain't even sure. They just giving you a story that you can go off of. They wrote the story before you can even look at it, look at the evidence, and even agree with the story. So when you read the story, you be like, man, this is some nonsense right here. This doesn't even make sense. This doesn't make sense. We have seen other material that suggests otherwise. And that's just like I said, the debate last night. Okay, this is what the definition of it is, but the definition is not always used in this way. The definition of indentured servants, where you got indentured servants that work for a number of years, and then you had indentured servants that was always enslaved up until death, nigga, all the way up until death. And then you see the same thing with slaves. 1 minute, niggas say, "Oh, slaves was able to purchase themselves and free themselves." This is from Not a Coincidence. We had a conversation about this, right? He said slaves can work part-time and save up their money and pay off their slave owner and get a manumission. No, the manumission came because when these black slave owners were sleeping with these Slavic women, they had these Slavic children. And see what happens is now they seeing their children being slaved or working on these fields all this time. So what the father has some type of empathy for the child, and he a manumission them. So now he become a house nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Now he's a house nigga. Now he's walking around with the cavets on and the fucking silk robes, and y'all know the play, man. Y'all know the play. Y'all have seen it before, right? But let's continue. Let's read this source. It seems to be interesting, right? All right. So it says the translators of the Doris have blundered so far as to deem this island Madeira, or the Canaries, which are small islands with scenes and first without inhabitants. It can only apply to Haiti or Haiti, if you will, right? Or even the continent of South America. Now I say 49th event. It says a black people came to Haiti from the south or southeast who had darts and guanin metal and were called the black Guaninians. Guan Guaninus. I guess that's how you pronounce it. It said this tradition preserved by the Herrera Garcia indicates a colony of Negroes or men painting black from the South America. They might be the black Negroes mentioned by Don Guerrera or some other Negro, other American Negro nation. Now look, other American Negro nation. Okay, hold up. Let me see. Cause this fucking sun is throwing me off. All right, let me turn my computer around a little bit. So once again, it says now listen. These are multiple sources with images telling you it was already Negroes here. Why would all these people be lying? All of these people are lying. Now, it says this tradition preserved by Herrera Garcia indicates a colony of Negroes or men painting black. I don't know what the fuck that means. Did they actually paint themselves black? From South America, they might be the black Negroes of Carrera Quarrel mentioned by Don Guerrera or some other American Negro nation, of which there are many. See my accounts of ancient black nations of America, nigga. Come on now. Like this shit just go on and on and on, my dude. It's too many sources, my man. What is this right here? What do we see right here? Oh shit, an American Aborigine with a big ass gold chain around his neck. Looking like the Timbercones, right? With the gold on it, with the gold on the arm. Come on, my dude. What is this? Somebody made a mistake by doing this, right? But it gets better, right? Let me see something real quick. Was this what I was looking for? All right, so let me see something. We can kind of read some of this shit right here, right? So it's a legend of the Black Dutch. When researching Cherokee ancestry, oral traditions of Indian families occasionally being called Black Dutch instead of American Indians is one of the most common phenomena encountered. This has been a subject of investigation and debate since I can remember, and as best I can determine, there is no authoritative findings as to its beginning. Throughout the five southeastern civilized tribes, especially many descendants of Indians claim their ancestors called themselves Black Dutch to avoid being recognized as Native American, thus avoiding removal to the West. When I was a teenager in 1950, I remember meeting two copper skinned families living in now is what the TVA land between the lake recreation area of Kentucky, who were quick to proclaim that they were not Indians but Black Dutch origins. Strongly enough, the oldest member could often be heard conversing among themselves in fluid Cherokee, and when quarreled about their origins, would simply smile and said their ancestors came from East Tennessee before the Civil War. All right. So it said the surname was Knight. Now the surname, meaning their last name, was Knight. But the grandfather of the group was called Sunoi. Sunoi. To me, no small coincidence, right? All right, so this this is a source to run through, just in case if anybody can relate to that. Now check this out. So they say Charles V was a Swazi man. Do we need to look the definition of Swazi? Do we need to look that up? Right? It said Philip II was a Trowbridge complexion. He derived it from his father Charles V, right? It's saying from the narrative, the feminine of dark black, it's saying which a Malayan Choli derived from Greek. All right, it's saying the reverse of the former consists of dry, firm, solid, accompanied with swarthy complexion. The men who bore this heavy weight of genealogy responsibility was swarthy, of middling height, with the projecting lower jaw. Right, that's the Habsburg jaw. Right. It said the Emperor Charles, I don't know what Roman numeral that is. That might be what, the sixth, the VI, right? The sixth, maybe, I don't know, is of a middling stature and a good plight of body. He is of frothy hell complexion. I don't know what the fuck frothy is. Or does that say, is that F or S? I don't know. I mean, right here, it says FWARTHY. Let me look that up real quick. Give me a second. Let me look that up. I don't even see no word for this shit. Hold up. Shit. Nope, there's no results. So that must be Swarzy. It looked like a F though, right? But that's where the word like Schwartz and Arnold Schwarzenegger, Swart, right? Swarzy, dark color, tawny, especially refers to skin. Okay, dark color, tawny. So we already know what swarthy means. So a lot of when they show you the image of Charles the fifth, right? Even when we see it, niggas is still like, nah, that's somebody else. That's not Charles the fifth. Even when you see him on the Incas list as a Negro. You see him on the Incas list as a Negro, but so the other pictures is too far fetched, and you believe the white images. That's what I'm saying. These people done did a number of niggas, man. They really done did a number. Real talk. All right, so it said he is of, I guess this will be Swarzy. It looked like a fucking F though, man. You tell me. I'm a highlight. I'm gonna zoom in on it right here. It should look like a goddamn F. But anywho, I can't find a word for Farsi, so we gotta assume that that is actually Swarzy, right? It's saying he is of a Swarzy hell complexion. It's saying has a black eye. Black eye. That's black right there. BRIFK. That's how they pronounce or pronounced it back then. And remember, this is not thousands of years ago. This is probably like maybe 150 years ago. This is Europeans trying to write this shit, right? And thick lips, right? From which has family in general has been remarkable. The monarch is the all right, the second son. So that F is a S. The second son of the Emperor Leopold. Now Leopold. Now remember, you got King Leopold, who they claim went into Africa, right? Who, when you see Leopold, he looked like he can be a fucking mulatto. You understand what I'm saying? King Leopold. When you look at Leopold that went into the Congo, right, and did what they did chopped off arms, chopped off feet, enslaved them, killed millions of them, right? He's coming from he more or less, more or less, more so. He's coming from an Aboriginal ancestor, and he's doing this to other so-called melanated people. But anyway, let's continue, man. You talk about them Cabbage Patch Kids, them people that's born without souls, man. They don't have no fucking souls. A lot of these people are ancestors of them. People who was born or reincarnated with no fucking soul. All right, so let's tap in on this right here. It's a history of the North American Indians and their customs, right? So it says the Indians are of a copper red clay color. Okay? They delight in everything which they imagine may promote and incite it. Accordingly, they paint their faces vermilion as the belt and most, I guess that's say most or whatever. Yeah, okay, that would be an S. That F is an S. It's saying most beautiful ingredients, all right, but it says the Indians are of a copper and red clay color. Okay. Now I'm still kind of updating my shit or whatever, but we can look up the synonym of copper. The synonym of copper is chestnut, brown, burnished, yellowish brown, brown, beige. All of these are synonyms of copper. We're not talking about you. Have you ever seen copper or red clay? Have you ever compared a copper to red clay? Unless you're talking from a penny state. No, penny's the only form of copper that look red or red clay, meaning dark. Okay. Now this is what it says: the history of the North American Indians and their cut. North America here. We're not talking about Central, South, the Caribbean, none of that shit. We talking about right motherfucking here for you fucking naysayers. Are we clear on that? Like I said, Europeans was not running nothing. When they talk about Columbus, niggas was running that shit. Wasn't no European, and they got you thinking, oh, they kicked the Moors out. So the people who kicked the Moors out was white. No, the people kicked the Moors out was niggas too. But they are Moors. They just telling you they kicked the Moors out. But these are people already that is part of the Roman Empire or the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire, the doomed devisers, Catholicism, the worship of Mary, the worship of Jesus, right? That's the Holy Roman Empire, my dude. This is Charles V. I just read to you what Charles V looked like. He's run when they telling you Columbus coming here, he's running the shit at the same time Columbus supposed to have been coming here. He's running it. He's in charge. Oh no, that's just one black man. The rest of the people white. They're really in control. And this is how these people tell you these stories, my man. And then they have us sitting around here bumping heads like we on some type of remote control and shit or whatever. We just bumping into each other. We ain't got no type of common sense or consciousness when it comes to cross-referencing this material and understanding that they lying about everything. And look, this is a remix single right here. The gig been up a long goddamn time ago. And the only people who still on a slow bus slobbing and shit on their fucking clothes is these same niggas we keep having these encounters with. Because to them it's a game. It's a game. It's a game. Who do this? It's all a fucking game, bro. Even when you see it in reality, we dealing with reality today. Today is the truth hour, right? We dealing with reality. So when we deal with reality, we see who we are in reality. And we can't lose because even if you don't present it in the proper way, you still can't lose because we still standing on truth. It's just too many sources. It's too many. It's just too many. Too many. And we're going to go through all of them. This is their imagination of what the people that was here look like. But I beg to differ. These people who was here at this point in time of this image, now this probably go back tens of thousand years when niggas was dressed like this, bro. We've been making clothes for eons, bro. We've been making pants. We've been cultivating cotton. We created the fucking cotton spinner. We created all that shit. But this is just it's just an image. Like it will be an allegory image of them saying we primitive, but still depicting the Negro. Right? Look, the Carolina living, the debate over the name, Black or African American, right? Now I'm gonna try to blow this shit up right here because this is a little better right here than the other one I had, right? But it says right here, it says Charlotte area blacks respond to Jackson's call for a new word, right? Now look, just as we were called colored, it says something that and form Negro. Now look, I can't read it. It's an entire because some of this shit is blurred. But right here, look, I'm right here in this area. Look, right here, right here in this area. Can't really see it that good, but I can see it says just as we were called colored, right? Something we was applied something to Negro, right? And then it says black right here, right? And it says now to be called African Americans, okay, by Jesse Jackson. Now these people rejecting this shit. They rejected it. Look. Now they telling you first they was called colored, then Negro, then black. So there was no black back in those 400 or 500 years ago, bro. The first appliance to people even being called something was colored. They weren't calling nobody black 200 years ago, bro. If we was being called black, why would they go from being calling us black to calling us colored and then Negro, then calling us black again, and then doing the ultimate change, calling us African American? Now these people, look how this brother right here looking at him, right? Look, my man right. He look like he means business right here. He don't look like he's fucking around. He like, you damn motherfuckers. Now we Africans. Look at this dude. Can't read what he's saying because that shit is blurred, but I can only imagine what's going through his mind. Could only imagine. Maybe your man not a coincidence who be always snooping around him. Maybe you can get the actual article and really read it so we can know what these people was really thinking. Because we know that these people, the lady just said we were just as we was being called colored, Negro, black, and now African American, brother. And we can see when these people was even being start to be called colored was in the 1900s, nigga. So what was they being called before? What was they being called before? Think about it. What was they calling us before? People would assume they was calling us black, but there was no black back then. There was no black back there, was it? Let's sit here and ponder this shit right here and come up with a conclusion and not let anybody override our conclusion going forward, right? They wasn't calling us black, bro. They called us colored first. So all these articles where they calling people black and these census, all this shit is pseudo. All this shit is fake. All of it is fucking fake, my dude. It's all fake. I don't care what articles or what documentation you can pull up that's calling us black. You see whites only, colored only. Then it went to Negro only. Then in the 60s it went to black. They weren't calling nobody no black. It was colored only, then Negro only. Well, we need to start pulling some of these. If hey, look, talking with Tyson. If you got the articles, my brother, we need you to provide them, my brother. This, like I said, we need to do research. If you guys got this research to put together some of the pieces to the puzzle, man, then you know what I'm saying. You know, you can definitely email them to me. If you got them, drop them in the link so we can look at them live. But at the end of the day, we need to really go through this because a lot of this information, and it would go to show you, it would just go to show you that what we've been saying been the truth. These people are writing articles in the 1900s calling people black in the 1400s, bro. They wasn't even in no power to be calling nobody nothing. They weren't even calling nobody nothing. Nothing. They weren't calling nobody nothing. So how can they just say, all right, well, these are black people when black people didn't even know that they was being called black into the 1960s? And the article just confirmed that, right? Look. Right here. It says Charlotte area blacks respond to Jackson call for a new word. Then right here in this little brief paragraph right here, right? From what I can see, I'm going to try to see if I can find an actual article to where we can look at it vividly, or you know what I'm saying. So it says right here, like a little quotation, right? Or not a quotation, but yeah, like a quotation, right? It says just as we were called colored, right? Then it says something else, boom, boom, boom. It says, and then Negro, right? It says something that so be called black, right? And then it says something about now African American. So first, they confirming that first we was called colored, then we was called Negro, then we was called black. Fuck all of them documentations that you pull up that is very vague, that we really don't really understand, because we can see that they weren't even classifying. They weren't even in no position of power to be classifying anybody 400 or 500 years ago, bro. Who was classifying you? Other people who look like you, or you believe some white people had some power to where they just came up? No. We see when they start classifying Indians as colored. This is dealing with the Racial Integrity Act. We see this shit coming in from the late 1800s, right? This is why you start seeing all of these so-called places. What the fuck was they? Oh my God, I can't think of the name of it right now, right? When they did the census, right? All right, the first census I had, that's some pseudo shit too, right? The census I was doing before, because it shows black on it. So we know this is something they went back and rewrote. When I went to the Library of Congress and looked at the census on there, all the census on there got employment names on. They ain't even got no. It got free whites. It got It got free white men, free white women. It got whites, and then it got slaves. That's all they got. It ain't got nothing dealing with no niggas on it. Then some of them got employment, or what type of employment the individual was doing, and more than likely that has something to do with your last name or your surname or whatever, right? So a lot of this shit, you can't validate a lot of this information. You have to cross-reference it, because it's not, it don't give clarity, bro. One article, we see this, we see black, in the 1700s. The next article, no, they lying. None of them people had no jurisdiction to be classifying you or putting you under their terminology. So are we clear on that? I mean, press one if we clear on that they was not calling us black in those 1300s or none of the other times that these people will address us as such, right? They weren't even calling us black. They weren't calling us black in no 1800s, no 1700s, no 1600s, none of that shit. Because we was the one in power. So another black man or person who black, unless that has some type of unknown status, which we can see what the status is today, which is Civitin Montus, right? But as far as the status back then, because we see that these people didn't have no dominion over us. There cannot be an entire slave book with all Negroes in it, right? These people tell you, oh, South Carolina was one of the places that had all of the so-called Negro slaves or African slaves. But then we find a book that shows us otherwise. That show for these people to have estates and corporations mean that they had to be intelligent and they had to know business and commerce. So you gonna go through the trouble to teach some slaves this shit? They lying. The gig is up, man. The gig been up. You can pull up whatever you want to pull up and read it and program yourself. We already know what it is. We already know what it is. We don't have to go by the narrative. We can pretty much see exactly what's being done in real time. This is impossible. It's impossible. Doesn't make any fucking sense, right? Let's continue. And look, a lot of people say that this is in Florida, right? Or Central America, right? This is Mansa Musa, right? But as we're gonna see through the images of crowns, the crown was founded in the Americas. All the royalty that's over there in Europe extends from here. The Americas. We was the one wearing the fucking crown, bro. We was wearing crowns. Oh shit, they got camel. There ain't no camels in America. Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Do you need to be enlightened? That there's 3 different types of camels in the Amaru. An actual 2-hump camel, right? A Pacquiao, or whatever the fuck, or alpaca, right? And a llama. Them are all in the camel family. And you see camels on United States or American soil in the Civil War. They have burial sites for camels. Now somebody transported this large ass animal over here for what? Unless they was already here, man. And that goes with the lions and all this shit. They killed either like in the 1900s, right? When you see all these fake ass rich white motherfuckers shooting lions and shit, that shit is in America, bro. The same thing with elephants. And they took wildlife from here and put it over there in West Africa. Because all the wildlife over there, you find over here, even cheetahs and leopards. Cheetahs, leopards, lions, fucking elephants. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, bro. The gig is up, my man. And it's like the way they telling stories, they're telling it from their perspective and see people looking at them like they're credible. It doesn't take much. You can work at Amazon and be a master researcher. You don't have to, as long as you know the guidelines of what researching is. You don't have to be nominated or given credit by any of these fucking Europeans that are already lying, and they all under the same narrative and pushing out the same narrative, whether you paying for the information or you looking up the information. They writing all the goddamn articles. They write all the articles, but we could look in Florida and see mosses. We could look all throughout the Americas and see temples and mosses, and most of these temples and mosses are all turned to these cathedrals or churches, right? Hold up. This one don't have a name on. Let me see something. This is Fort Negro, or not Fort Negro. This is a fort, and this perimeter right here is actually where Mahata is at. But this is a actual aerial view of where Manhattan is at right here, where they Wall Street and all this shit in the area. This is what was there prior to them coming here and doing what they did. Hold up, let me see something. Now, this is, now once again, we know we wasn't primitive, so we don't need to use Professor Rafferquay. And I think Rafferquay is saying that to be sarcastic. He know the people wasn't primitive here because in his memoirs, he wrote that it was colleges and paved roads in America. So he noted that these people wasn't primitive here. He used this in a form, a way to be sarcasm or whatever, to throw the person off, right? So it's the Society of Geography having offered a reward for the best memoirs on the origins of the Asiatic Negroes, right? Now remember, Dr. Asiatic, we know Asiatic is just a material plane. It's just another word for Earth or infinite plane, right? With all the continents connected, right? It's saying, I sent them last year 2 memoirs. One of those, the Asiatic Negroes, wherein I demonstrated the affinities of their languages with the Africans and Polynesian Negroes, right? Now, he's talking about in America, obviously, right? Which he said he's demonstrated the affinities of their languages with the Africans or Polynesians, right? Now, we know when they tell you Africa is the motherland, which we know that this is bullshit, and he's and Rafferquay is actually saying that to an extent in his actual book. That's why I like his book. This is an actual great read, right? So it says they have a language affinities with Africans and Polynesian Negroes, as well as with Hindus and Chinese, and render it possible that all the Negroes originated in the southern slope of the Himalaya mountains, right? This is his observation, right? It said, as they did once exist all over India, South China, Japan, Persia, Arabia. It's saying my second memoirs was on the Negroes or black nations found in America before Columbus, wherein I prove their extension and connections by what he mentioned above, right? All right. So there's many different sources, Money Grip, that tells you, right? The Northern Californians, right? It says the Rogue Rivers are tall, muscular, and well made, with a complexion varying from nearly black to light brown, nigga, in proportions of proximity to or distance from the ocean, other large bodies of water. They face is large, oval, and heavily made with slightly prominent cheekbones, nose well set on the face, and frequently they say straight and eyes with straightened eyes, which not blurred by, I don't know what the fuck that word means, or I'm sorry, are keen and bright. The women are short and some of them quite handsome. They saying a woman. I don't know. I never heard a woman being called handsome, but I guess he's saying she's pretty, right? It's saying even in Caucasian sense of the word. All right. So another source right there telling you that the Northern Californians, nigga, the people in California, and even when you get into Samuel Morton, he talks about the people in California too and say that they are brown skin. So, I mean, there's plenty of sources that verify what we've been saying, right? It's a Mayan terracotta, right? Look at this dude. Do this look like some fucking Mexican? Oh, he came here with Albert Carvey and man, shut the fuck up, nigga. You know you can't prove that, nigga. Show me where Albert Carvey came from and show me that whatever he brought over here, he did over there first. You can't show that to me because he didn't do it and he didn't come over here. These are stories just to try to hide the identity of what the people here look like. Let me see something real quick. We got 140 people in the house, man. Share the build out, man. Hit that like button, man. We going in, right? Well, I think we going in, at least for much as I know. Are we going in? Hit one if we going in, man. We gonna continue to go in. So, well, we've been rocking for an hour and 48. Some lightweight shit, right? And see, I give it up. And I still look, all of this shit that I'm showing right now, I still showing the fucking debate. And these niggas still can't win. Look, I'll show you this shit right here. You can study it. You can observe it. You can use your team of your pseudo ass eugenics and evolution scholars to look it over, and you still gonna lose. And you still gonna fucking lose, nigga. You understand? You still going, cause we standing on the shoulders of giants over here. We ain't standing on no motherfucking myths about some fucking spirituality systems and shit that can't even help you niggas today. Use that spiritual system to where you niggas can create automobiles and all this science and technology that we was doing almost 200 years ago. Doing this shit too, man. We've been doing this shit, nigga. We've been doing it. We just seen, look, we just seen in Africa today, nigga, outside of like in Nigeria. Now, remember, all the Nigerians supposed to be these intelligent people, right? All the Nigerians supposed to be these intelligent people, right? So they got one major city in which they probably got the fucking blueprint from some Chinese or from people in America, right? And created that metropolis or whatever they got that's in the mainland of the city where all of the important people come. All important people don't come to them places where there's no addresses because they already know they can't order nothing on Amazon. So they're not going there. They're going to go to the major city. That's why they have a major city built up. But outside of the major cities, these so-called intelligent people that they parade in front of us, this is how this shit really look. And I'm not, listen, it's simply the truth. Is it not the truth? Are we shitting on them or are we observing people who telling us that we came from them? And we was doing this shit way back when. Christian Hammer. I don't know if they told you, but this is a Sunday, a Tanchan Sunday school. Source up a shut up, right? And in this, we're gonna be yelling I will be using profanity as always, right? So I can't really turn down at this point in time because it's like once you start looking at this information, it becomes it 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 kind of like liberates you that your people wasn't running around here with this shit that they telling us, and we could see that from what we have provided to the world, why we are looked upon the way we are looked upon. Because we the gods. And once you understand you're the god, then you can't go back to being just a regular subject. Once you understand, you're gonna have your days there where you may, go into your, maybe feel depressed or you may be experiencing something as a third dimensional being. But once you realize your people the gods, you won't go back to thinking you was a slave. Because once you look at your people records, you're gonna recognize none of these people, none of this shit say slaves on it, my man. They said they lived in houses. You only assuming they slaves because they telling you that your people are from Africa. So that means somehow the white man had the freedom for them to have what they have. But no, your people are the Choctaw, Cherokee, the Timucua, Yamasee, all of these different tribes. But see, they got us thinking that our people was running around here half naked. No, our people was running around here with people carrying umbrellas over their head. And look at the thumbnail of the video with fucking capes, probably like 20 feet long. When motherfucker had to carry the cape too. Nigga had to carry the cape and keep the umbrella over the emperor's head. It's not this old nonsense where motherfucker what's that movie they got with Leonardo DiCaprio and what's my man name and shit oh man, I can't think of his name right now. But yeah, some bullshit that they wrote in a Hollywood script to validate or to keep people under the aspects of these people here was primitive. When they telling you, when you really listen to the real researchers, they like, look, man, we have found all types of technology and science in America that don't compare nowhere else on the planet. None of these people was doing this shit simultaneously to when they doing it. They're not doing it parallel, and it's not independently founded. These people created it first, and they tried transverse and went to other fucking places. And I'm starting to think that when we went to these other places, we took these people here we created and placed them on all these different continents, man. That sounds crazy, but that's what it's summing up to be. Because if niggas was already there, then how these other people just pop up there? Well, where did they come from? Because they was bought there. They was took in there. That's why they had some of the science. But some of these people was heathens too. They was heathens. They was living in filth. You know what I'm saying? And the gods, we wasn't doing it like that. We had all biodegradable shit thousands of years ago, man. And these people living in filth. We had bathrooms. We had places that separate the waste that come out of you from your daily routine or your daily endeavors or whatever you was doing. You go to some of these places, man, they got sewers running through the towns, man, like a river. Like a river. And they dishing off to us, oh, these people are advanced. These are the Tech-9, nigga. We the ones who taught you niggas. You niggas taught the world. These people, these other heathen people, or these other people that we see who didn't have the science from 09 in the 1940s, nigga. While we was driving around, when you see the Sir Solomon Jones film, none of them other countries had cars, nigga. Except Germany, and that was taken there by Ford. China ain't had no cars. They running around with two sticks and wheels, running through town, nigga, like you see in the Chinese movies, nigga. Fuck out of here. But they want you to believe you some peon. You some freaking peon, man. We got 100. I don't know what's up with the views, man, but it is what it is, man. The show must go on. You know what I'm saying? And in the case of Pan Africans, ain't no one monkey gonna stop the show. So we gonna continue, right? But yeah, we riding around. Oh, it's yeah, a horse and buggy. We've been doing C.R. Patterson was the masters of making buggies. That's why he went into the nigga invented the motor form, and then he started to make cars. We invented the motor. They ain't saying some nigga named Hans von Jung or some nigga from fucking Germany invented the motor. We invented it. So that means we invented trains too. And that means a steel ship with a propeller on it. We invented that too, nigga. How you think Marcus Garvey got that shit? Because we was already building ships. We was the niggas who had the shipyards. But these, like I said, man, along with the research that we can cross reference, you have to be open minded to this information. You just can't be like, all right, well, I need to see a source for everything. Some things you have to take into context of what was going on. Regardless, yeah, exactly. They got you thinking you some rapper or some nigga who can shoot a ball in a hoop. Or, I love football. I ain't gonna lie. Even though I know football is fake. You know what I'm saying? Just the athletic. I played football, so I know the conditioning that you have to put yourself up under and the mental conditioning for you to be able to be successful out there. So, a lot of these sports, man, shows the athletic ability of our people. You know what I'm saying? That's just not less with the mental and the ingenuity part of it to go with it. Right. So we jumping over cars. You know what I'm saying? They starting to bring a lot of these European blacks or European players over here that play, right? But they still ain't they only mimicking what they seen us do. They only practicing what they see. These niggas are practicing just like a break dancer, right? You go get some nigga back in the day who could break dance, and you bring one of these Chinese niggas over here, or one of these niggas who got a choreographer that teaches them how to do all this shit, right? Of course he gonna blow, but the nigga gonna still get his shit off. You know what I'm saying? He's still gonna get his shit off. So just wanted to throw that out there. But let's continue, man. We're closing in on 2 hours. So this is a Mayan terracotta, right? And let these niggas tell you, oh, this is Montezuma brother, or some foolish story, man. And then we see the science that these people left over. And like they said, the Mayans and the Olmecs, a lot of descendants of the Muskogee and the other tribes that went further north are descendants of them. That's like what when Ali Muhammad said genetic bottleneck from Central America into when they tell you, oh, it was an ice age and some parts of North America was covered. That ain't had nothing to do with Central and South America, bro, or the Caribbean, or the South area, right? Going down below, or North Carolina, South Carolina region, all the way down, right? And west, southwest, right? All the way into Central America, right? They say a lot of them people are descendants of the people that was in them regions from Florida. Remember, Florida and all that Central America and all that shit was connected anyway. And we might get into some of the maps that kind of show that. Let me see something. Maybe I might have it pulled up. Let me see. No, I don't have it in this one. Yes, I do. That's Florida right there. And you see Mexico, right? Mexi. And see, look, and that's another thing, right? Hold up. Let me go back. That's another thing, right? Oh, fuck, hold up. All right, check it out. Now look at the top. It say Canada, Nova, or France, right? France. Look what France at. New France, right? At the top of here. But look all this region. Look how far Florida was. Florida went damn near to fucking New York. Or up here by well nah, that's not New York. It would be further up. But right here where Virginia and all this shit is at, right? Look. And right here say Mexi Quay. Now remember Quay, Q-U-E or C-A or K-I means land. So Mexi land, right? Quay. The Quay or Ka, the Ko or Ka or Ki means land. So it would be Mexi, right? Mexis. And I gotta kind of do some research on that. That's something I never really even pondered, right? But it says the Florida right here, right? La Florida, right? And look how far Florida extends to, going into Central America. And I have other maps that show Florida actually went into Central America. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I think it's one of these. All right. I mean, you can't really. It's kind of blurry, but the red part right here, all this shit is Florida. Let's see. That's another. I don't know why the pictures came out so goddamn small. Anywho, for some reason they just came out extra small, and as I blow them up, they just get blurrier and blurrier. So we're gonna discard that. Let's see. Let's go back here. All right, so we was looking at that, and this is another thing. I actually put this in American. Well, no, not American. The origin of white supremacy. Me and AP did back, I think, about a couple months ago, and we were showing that. Look, let me see something. Hold on. Now look, it says for the good of America. Do you know that the United States is the only land on earth where humans beings are burnt at the stake? All right. So it's saying 4 years, 1918 through 1921, 28 people were publicly burnt by Americans. Now look, it says American mobs, right? So it says 3,436 people lynched from 1889 to 1922. Why? Why? If niggas look, and remember this book is from 1830, Money Grip. So why were all them people being lynched, right? Why we got niggas? Matter of fact, you know what? Let me see something. I like to use this as a reference sometimes because I don't think people kind of understand this shit. So look, we got one Negro in America. I mean, not an American, but in the free heads of Negro families, right? The estate. Now, how is a goddamn slave or some nigga that came over here from Africa on the bottom of a boat? How is he able to acquire 310 slaves and have an estate? Who taught him about what an estate is, nigga? The estate of John Singleton, 310 slaves, nigga. Now, why would they allow this to go on in the 1830s? But then when we go back to 1889, 3,400, I mean 3,436 people were lynched from 1889 to 1922. Why? Because these are when these Slavics got freed. They hooked up with these secret societies such as the KKK, Knights of Golden Circle, Knights Templar, all these Roman operatives. They joined forces with them, and their mission was to take the land from the people and then take over the land, because now the land is abandoned. The people abandoned the land. That's the only way that they can obtain land, if it's abandoned. You know what? Let me continue, man. I don't want to go in too far. Talk about this brother right here, OJ Dunn, right? Right. I mean, I'm just passing through on my because I just downloaded a bunch of shit over the last couple of weeks. I'm just kind of just going through it, right? But we got, look, and we y'all have seen this picture plenty of times, right? It says the state of Louisiana with portraits of distinguished members of the convention and assembly in 1868 AD, right? Look, extracts from the reconstructed constitution of what we just read at the bottom, state of Louisiana. So it said a reconstructed constitution. So these niggas reconstructed, and like when you read at the bottom right here, right? See, this one ain't that, it's kind of blurred. But if you read at the bottom right here, it's talking about how these Slavics and these, like, when they was coming trying to take over the town, they was coming in with tinky torches, 5,000 deep, coming in there, burning shit down and taking over the land. And these so-called distinguished individuals, they had a plan for that. They said, oh, these motherfuckers come do that here, this is what's going to happen. And that's what this reads at the bottom right here. But it's kind of hard to read it on this particular image or whatever, right? But what we do notice is this, right? Man, once again, we see the three-piece suit, the vest, the blazer with the slacks on, shoes, in what you call a rolling chair. Like you see the CEO in today, a rolling chair, nigga. A rolling chair. Now, what is this nigga doing in a rolling chair in 1868? And why these niggas reconstructed the Louisiana Constitution, man? Well, see, what'll happen is you'll Google this shit, and then you'll get some ridiculous story from one of these Slavics. Oh, O.J. Dunn was a slave, and yada 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 yada. Always, you was a slave, and they always trying to like deny their own history of slavery, deny it to the T. Don't even mention it. They don't even mention it, and that's one of the things that really out a lot of this history, because they don't mention some of this shit. Why would you conceal this type of information if your people went through it? Because it paints a certain picture according to what we already went over through eugenics. Okay, through eugenics. Now, I just randomly just pulled up this pic because it's part of the images I'm showing, but just for the heck of it. Like I said, once again, how is all these niggas, all these niggas clean cut, right? With suits on, bow ties, right? Look at them. Clean cut. Like, they don't look like they ever been through no slavery to me. They don't look like they ever seen a slave. They don't know what they well, no, they know what a slave is, but it just ain't people who look like them. Just not people who look like them. I don't know. Maybe I'll be bugging. Nigga do got a rolling chair though, right? A nigga with a rolling chair. A nigga with an office chair. That shit look more. That shit look comfortable too. Come on now. See, some of this stuff you have to come up with your own conclusions, man. You can't just go because not you present this and you show somebody this, they gonna give you their perspective according to what they think they know. But they don't know that when we go back here, that John Singleton has an estate with 310 slaves in the 1830, nigga. Why we don't see no lynchings in 1830 with all these people owning shit? Look, look, tell me. We can go right back to that same lynching that meme, right? You tell me, right? All right, you tell me. Check this out. That's South Carolina. That's three. This is the third page, right? Fourth page, right? Fifth page, right? Sixth page, and a half a page right here, right? So we got 6.5 pages to when we get to the brother with the 310 slaves. Now let's find him. Hold up. Why they ain't lynch him? Why? Look, whole town. Look, whole towns of Negroes who own slaves, bro. Come on, man. Come on now. Stop. What are we doing here? Look, we I'm not saying that everything I'm showing you is actual the 100% the truth, but you gotta take some of this shit into consideration, man. You have to look. One whole county. Look, no I'm sorry, number 3 ward, right? Look at all these niggas who own slaves just in this one ward. Look on this side right here. On the left. That would I've been on the left side. Look at all these niggas who own. Then you got ward number 4, right? Look. So somebody will tell you, oh, white people were so nice, right? They were so nice to free all these people and let them own estates and shit, right? But then 40, 50 years from here, they start lynching them and burning them at the stake, my dude. Come on now. What is going on? Why is it what made them change? What made them change up on us like that? Because they was fucking freed, nigga, from slavery. And some of these people right here was the people who held them in bondage. That's why they were so furious towards them. Look, plantations, nigga, estates and plantations. Some shit you go get an MBA in, you only gonna learn this through a fucking business school, nigga. Ain't no hand me down nigga gonna call his motherfucking corporation or business a fucking estate, nigga. He had to learn that. He had to learn it. An estate. Look, estate of John Singleton. And I wonder is he related to John Singleton? Because it's spelled the same way. So more or less, more so he probably is. If you did his genealogy, you probably find out that his family, he probably descendants of that family right there. So some white man, right, who went through the trouble. So for the good of America, nigga, to kill off the real Americans and lynch them and burn them to the fucking stake, right? Think about it. The forgotten cause of civil war. White slaves, nigga. I'm starting to think this too, right? All of the Europeans that was here before the influx of the Europeans that came through Ellis Island, all of them niggas had melanated or aboriginal ancestry in them. All of them. Because they was only mating with the women. The men wasn't even mating with the women. That's why they created the anti-miscegenation law. Because they wasn't even mating with the men. They was only mating with our men. And this is where you're seeing a lot of these slave, Negro slave, and they trying to give a description, right? And a lot of them books where they have these runaway slaves, right? They always give a description. Oh, Tom, a yellowish Negro, said to have Indian descent, right? Meaning the nigga who owned the plantation, like that's the Indian descent. That's why they freeing all these people. Because if their father manumissioned them, then they free. Or if they can prove that they actually got Indian ancestry, meaning that this slave owner had sex with his mother, which the slave owner is an Indian, or what you would think is an Indian. Some of these niggas are Europeans too that's coming here too. Don't get that fucked up. But none of them Europeans got any dominion over here to be calling any shots or nothing, man. They coming to you with their head down and their hands folded up and shit like Puss in Boots. You know what I'm saying? You know, that nigga take his hat off and shit, have his hat in his hand, and come to you all crunched up and shit with the teary-eyed looking joint. You know what I'm saying? After you, like how you put your kid on punishment and shit, and they want their cell phone back, like they kind of you looking like that. Yeah, you tell me what's going on. Can somebody please in the chat room explain to me? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody explain to me what's going on. Why wasn't they lynching them people back then when this nigga had 310 slaves and a fucking estate? And who taught him to name his property in the estate? I'm gonna drop the link, man. We can. I see the conversation is gonna kind of linger, but you please tell me we can assess this shit and review it. You know what I'm saying? Together, because none of this shit makes sense, and you can't put a story to make it make sense because it's only gonna be from your perspective, right? Check this joint out. So if you like to come up and engage in a conversation, you're more than welcome to. But look, for the good of America, right? People are being burnt at the stake, nigga, and we see the images of them. And these people are not dressed up like savages. They got clothes on. They're not dressed up with a hoodie and some jeans and some tight jeans on with some motherfucking Air Force Ones or some Jordan Lows or some Jordan Ones or whatever the fuck niggas be wearing these days. Fendi sneakers and all this other shit, right? They're not dressed up like that. These people got hard bottoms on. You see what I'm saying? They have hard bottoms on. Now, 1889. Why would they wait damn near 50 years to start lynching motherfuckers? When this nigga owned a 310 estate, nigga, with 310 slaves, nigga. Why? And from the looks of it, right? Not only him, all the other people look pretty wealthy to me too. You ain't gotta have 310 slaves, but this nigga got 188. He got 155. Even this nigga that got 4 helpers that help him have more manpower, right? Have more manpower, right? Look, the plantation of Joseph Birad. So he got 4 people, but he's doing his thing. He's surviving. 87 over here, and they got 204. So why wasn't they lynching these people, my man? I just want to know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe what I'm saying is not right and exact, but maybe somebody can edify me and just tell me like, you wrong, A1. The reason they didn't do that because of this, that, and the third. And if it makes sense, I may agree with it. But if it don't make sense, you already know. So you tell me. All right, what we got going on here? Y'all tell me. Like, I'm serious. I'm dead ass serious. Is this not a contradiction to history? And why they not like, you know what I'm saying, helping us out with our history, right? To even show us this shit. Right? Look, when I seen this, I was amazed, my man. I was amazed. I'm like, wow. This nigga owned 310 slaves. He was doing his motherfucking thing, man. The estate. They got an estate, bro. How do some nigga from Africa, right, who got a plate in his nose, ball in his lip, according to the pictures that they show us, right, can come over here and pull himself up by his bootstraps and own 310 fucking slaves, nigga. And even have the knowledge, right? They even have the knowledge of the term estate. That's like a LLC today, or LLP, or S Corp, or C Corp. What business school did he go to? Because I want to go to that same school. Can somebody put together a fucking telethon so we can send some of our people to the school that John Singleton went to? You know, I mean, I say this shit for real. None of this shit makes no sense. The only thing can make sense is that these people didn't have no power, and the slaves that's on these plantations are white people. They didn't separate no black people because wasn't no white people here to separate nothing. They wasn't in no control to say, well, oh, we gonna stop. Can't no Negro own no nigga. Who the mediator in that? Well, no Europeans running nothing. These people that you see right here is in control. They don't look scared. They excelling to their best of capability, right? They're excelling. They got 167 slaves, man. Now I don't know what this mean right here, right? Because some of this shit look real prestigious, right? W.M. Washington, EST. We know that's a state, right? 167 slaves, man. You greedy bastard. Zach Canty, nigga, Canty. You know how many Cantys I know? I went to school with in Elizabeth. A 182 slaves. And I wasn't going to touch on this, but I had it pulled up. But why not? We ain't doing nothing else, right? This will kind of make you ponder, like, wait a minute, man. They telling you the Emancipation Proclamation, and then they give you other stories. Harriet Tubman's story, to be precise, right? Is around the same time, right? Nat Turner's story is around the same time, nigga. So how's all these black people owning slaves and they didn't kill none of them? Or was Harriet Tubman working with Rome to take some of these people from, like, come on, my dude, all the abolitionists was mulattoes. John Brown. You think he a white man? John Brown. Nigga, they tell you some foolish shit and niggas just believe it. John Brown. Have you ever seen a white man with the last name Brown? And then, Larry Brown, right? But then if you probably do Larry Brown genealogy, you'll find out Larry Brown, and he got that name from one of his black ancestors. Right? Come on now. Can somebody help me? Hey, look, what I'm not going to do today is entertain you fucking trolls, man. So do not come up here with that bullshit, bro. Don't come up here. If you want to ask some questions and the question is being answered, then I suggest you acquiesce or you capitulate to the answer. Do not keep pushing the fucking point up here. This is Sunday school. This is not like fucking mentally retardation. I do not have a degree in that or certification to be dealing with you people. So please don't come up here and deal with me if that's what your intentions are. So we got brother the I am. So what's up, the I am? You gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah, you was asking questions. I thought you wanted some answers to them questions.
I do. I want
Okay,
answers. You got answers?
well, in this day and time, you got many so-called African Americans who have businesses and they have servants working for their businesses, even in this day and time. So it's possible a person can be a captive, understand the language, learn the language, and then as time presents itself, obtain land and servants or slaves. That's possible. It's so it's not like it's impossible. It's being done today, and in fact, it's being done. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like it's hard to do that. That's not like that's not like something that's not impossible.
Brother, my man, it is hard to do it, my dude. It's very hard to do it. Okay? It's very hard to do it. Like I said, the story where I just showed you, look, I just showed you all the lynchings was done from 1889 through 1921, right? And then we know it was lynchings done in the 1960s. We are seeing other shit that happened that can be, that can be a lynching. Okay, so why wasn't they lynching these niggas back then? Because the story is this, right? Once Lincoln freed the slaves and people had land, that's what made white people want to lynch them. That's the story. But you got niggas already owning land. They got more money than white people. So why weren't they lynching them? Because they freed the white people after 1865, my dude. All of these towns, all these niggas I'm showing you, they've been in power. O.J. Dunn was not a slave. He inherited the science of civics from somebody in his fucking family. He didn't just wake up one day and this is something that was inherited to him. He was taught that. He was prepped to do that.
That's right. Okay, that's being done. That's being done. Okay.
So now let's get into Birth of a Nation, the KKK, the lynch and the Jim Crow. What would make white people free you and let you own more stake and property than them, then go through decades of not fucking with you, and then one day get said we're gonna start lynching these niggas and burn them at the stake, and then after that we're gonna start we want to be segregated, right? Now, why would they want to be segregated? Meaning that they had to be living amongst us at one point in time, right? As the fucking slaves, nigga. They wanted their own space, which that really wasn't even permitted. We really wasn't in no position to give them land because we had to go according to the Great Law of Peace, which says no foreigner could own land here, nigga. That's why a lot of them start claiming to be Indians so they can own land. See, yo, look, shout out to the Moors, man. Shout out to the Moors, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry, man. A lot of people don't like the plays that's being ran. You know, I be sitting back sometime with my hand on my chin listening and be like, all right, bet. They already ran so many plays. There's so many education traps to where you'll fall in one eventually. Researching this shit. You have to know first you have to know European history to understand American history. If you don't understand everybody in Europe, 200 years ago, all the kings and queens in Europe was niggas. All of them. All of them. You understand? If you don't understand that, then you're not going to understand American history. You just not, because you're going to think American history is what they teaching us. The white people in Europe was pagans, man. Martin Luther King even said that shit in 1965. They sending over all their peasants, nigga. He calling them peasants. You know, a peasant is a foul word. You understand? You don't want to be called no peasant by mistake, my dude. Somebody calling you a peasant and shit, and you laughing and shit, and heing with them, and not knowing nigga disrespecting you the whole time. You understand?
Okay,
Go ahead.
yeah. So you're saying that so you contending that your people had Caucasians in slavery here in the Americas, and that basically, I guess your people had always been here in America.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's interesting.
That's exactly what I'm saying, my man. Exactly. I concur.
But
That's
but that
exactly.
but that would be your interpretation of history.
It
That's your
wouldn't be, well, you know what? Yeah, it would be my interpretation, right? It would be my interpretation. But understand, it's interpretation that's provided by many different levels of education and information. It ain't just no, like the first was observation, in which I'm showing today. Even though I kind of like ventured off into some other shit, that's the whole premise. And I'm gonna rock out probably for another hour and a half, man. So we gonna do this, or whatever,
yeah. No,
man.
I
Hit that.
got you. I'm not tripping. I'm just
Okay. So
but
where your
the
people from?
majority. Oh,
Where's your
okay.
family?
Well, we Israelites, but I was gonna say that the majority of the history and the historians is gonna disagree with you at this point. At
Where
this
is your
time,
family from? Where your family from?
we from the Canaan.
From where?
We Israelites.
No. I'm not asking about that. Where's your mother and father that's not under the tribe of Judah? Where are they from?
Oh yeah. We under Judah, tribe of Judah.
Brother, I'm gonna ask you again. Your mother and father not saying they from the tribe of Judah. What landmass or what area of the North America do your family reside in?
Oh, okay. My family, they don't have the final say so on, for me on where we from, because they only know so much, and then I know so much, and then the generations after me gonna know,
Man,
more.
listen,
And so
my man. Where's your family from, bro?
we from the South,
Where at in the South?
Florida.
All right, you from Florida. So do you have family throughout other places of the South?
Yeah, they moved. Yeah,
They moved
relocated.
where?
Some went up north. Some of them came back, and then most of them came back down south though. As far as I know. But we're
Okay,
not.
so
But we're not.
have
We're
you
not.
ever
We don't
heard?
claim.
Hold up, oh. So among the people that reside in the South, have you ever heard any stories of your family may have Indian in their family, in your family, rather?
Oh yeah. Indian. Yeah, Indian.
All right,
But
what
but,
tribe?
but
All right, no buts. What tribe?
well, I said but because
What
I,
tribe?
I just don't. I just don't
What
separate.
tribe? What
I'm not for sure.
tribe?
I'm not for sure
So
because
you,
I wasn't
so you,
interested in that.
okay, all right. So you didn't investigate what your family said first, but you going to attach yourself to some biblical nonsense that tells
No.
you
Untouching this
you
one.
from
No,
the.
I'm saying no. I'm saying we got Indian and we got Israelite. What?
You
But
don't
I'm
have. So
clean
what
towards.
Israelite though? How you know you're
Was that
Israelite? How you know you're Israelite?
through history and through
Uh,
my family,
through what history?
scripture history, and then you got secular history
Scripture
as well.
history. So who wrote the scriptures that you believe? Who is the author of
Uh,
the scriptures that you believe?
the Israelites wrote the scriptures.
Hmm?
The Israelites wrote those scriptures.
The Israelite wrote the scriptures. So they wrote Deuteronomy and all that, all of the five book of Moses or the Tanakh or the Torah, right?
Yeah, the Tanakh. Yeah, they wrote the Torah and the Tanakh, or just the
All right.
Torah.
So
Yeah.
that would be what? From Genesis all the way until Ecclesiastics or before
I
you
think Malachi. I think.
Malachi. Okay, Malachi. All right. So for example, right, you do understand in that book, right, the gods, which is us. That story is being depicted from here, from the land of the Amaru, the land of the serpents, right? The story is being told from here, right? They're telling you in the story how they're creating mankind, homunculus, people who has been entirely artificial produced from primates, right? When you look up homunculus, it tells you a primate. They talking about the Slavic people and all these Chinese people and these Indian
Okay,
people. They talking about all of them.
what word was that you just said?
What was what?
You said something about primates. What word was you using?
Homunculus. The same book, the same words you find in Zachariah Stitching. Now I know that, hey, one man, you're referencing a pseudo. No, I'm not referencing a pseudo. He telling our story, but just using different names or characters to replace who we were and who we are.
Well, I'm not saying you're not an
The
indigenous
only
person. I'm not.
we the only people who inventing shit. So of course we need materials to invent it. So we need people to mind to get the material so we can invent the shit that we doing for fucking mankind, or we done for mankind. Think about it. Do anybody in the chat room understand that? We're the inventors, right? We're the inventors. We invented cars.
I want to confirm something with you.
To invent a car, to be able to think about what materials you're going to use that you never seen before, and come up with parts for a car, and learn how to use the earth and merge the earth into things that can be resourceful for you, my man. So what we did, this is God shit, nigga. This ain't no peon. This ain't no niggas who eating shit sandwiches or people who crossed over. The real story that you should be attaching yourself to is the Sumerians. You don't have to go into the Israelites. You got ancestry that goes back because the Sumerians are from the Amaru. They're from America.
Yeah, I understand. You interpret history the way you see it. We Israelites, we don't interpret it that way.
Look, it's like, all right, okay. You're right. I am interpreting the way I see it. But what I'm telling you is this, brother. It all makes sense. The only people who going to need material from the earth is people who have some use in it, who going to be able to forge it and be able to manipulate matter to create what they want to create. A couch is a manipulation of matter. For you to even conceive of making a couch, nigga, do you know how many different materials you have to alchemically break down in order to fit that particular part of the couch, nigga? This is God, nigga. See, you don't understand it.
Okay, so chemistry, yeah. The chemetics, they was into chemistry.
The chemetics is here in America. Chemetics is not over there in Egypt or nowhere in Africa.
But all I'm saying is that hardly any scholars is going to agree with that. And not only that,
don't even matter. Don't even matter. It don't. I just showed. Look, if you've been watching, I have been working my way towards what I'm saying to you now. So if you've been watching,
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. There's no scholars. You don't have
masses
amounts.
You think I'm rewriting mystery, my story. I'm rewriting my story. I got sources.
I'm not saying you're wrong at this point. I'm simply saying that you don't have no universities you don't have massive amounts of books agreeing with your concept. That's what I'm saying. You don't have that yet.
Can I say something real quick? Can I interject on this real quick, bro? Right on for letting me on the panel too. But you're right that scholars ain't gonna agree with it, but the only reason they're not gonna agree with it is because the system. My bad, hold on, I'm driving. But the system that they supposed to abide by don't allow them to. You get what I'm saying?
No, I got y'all. This is what I'm saying.
Educational system, based.
If y'all step is right.
Like what is the educational? What you gotta think about it though. Like it's a difference between training and education. and most of them scholars are trained. I'm not saying they're not
No, I
intellectual or they're
get
not
that. That's
smart
not that's not the
people.
issue with it. That's not the point. I'm saying that if y'all's point is you really believe your point is factual, then y'all will have to produce manuscripts, abundance of manuscripts to endorse and to confirm what you're saying. Because right now
Honestly,
you
bro,
way outnumbered. You way outnumbered when it comes to books and
I
articles.
get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Nah, it's, nah, for sure. But all before the time that the books that you put out, all of this shit was well documented already, bro. Like this shit was documented not by see the documentation in this country only go back so far because most of the shit being documented by foreigners who just arrived. But when you go to like documents that been here from where them foreigners was at, they already basically explained that we always been here. They talked about our culture. They talked about what we was doing. They was observing us, and they end up using what we do best against us. So it's like that shit not really like I get what you're saying, but it's not really a point to make them. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the documentation is written by foreigners, and we want to know our history. They can't really tell you your history because they wasn't there. They can only tell you when they met you what was going on. But most of that shit is like technology now because we allowed ourselves to be taught by them. Just like the other day when I asked my grandma what hospital was she born in? And this is just my grandma. My grandma finna be 70. I got a great grandma that's in her early 90s, early to mid 90s. But her daughter told me that they was using doulas. She said we wasn't going to these people hospitals. And I think that was like at the end of the Reconstruction era. Like the beginning of the Civil Rights era, and I said like my great grandma was born at the end of the Reconstruction era. And all before then we had our own hospitals or like people that we went to. Every area of society we already had our own. But now like the closer you get to this day and age, we start losing grip of our shit. And that's super obvious right there. Like it shouldn't even be, an argument. Like we shouldn't even have to debate with other people who the fuck we is. We should be sitting here trying to talk to ourselves because we going through all types of loopholes and motherfucking road stops to try to convince other people we the ones that need convincing and shit like that. So it's not even like a conversation we should be having with other people. This shit in house
Well, check this
because
out.
they
I don't think y'all debating right now. I think what I'm just saying is that
nah.
y'all need manuscripts and books um interpreting the way y'all want it to interpret history because it's not out there. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
It's just not you don't have access to that.
Right.
Now
So
y'all
Nah,
are
look, let's
verbally
start
most
with
of that
this
shit is
first.
most of that
My
shit is
man.
in house though,
Oh,
bro.
oh, 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 oh. One mic, real quick. Look, you saying we don't have access to it. Where do you think this ridiculous shit that's coming out of my mouth came from? I didn't make this shit up. I'm not that.
no,
I'm
I'm
not.
not.
I'm not that savvy to come up with what I'm saying to you. So what you
Oh,
saying is
no, I didn't
still
say that.
trying
No,
to wait,
no,
wait, 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 wait. You're still trying to create doubt in our minds. See, you going from I know I can to oh nah, maybe you might can't. No, nigga, we don't need them type of. We going through what we going through, bro. We got the information. The information's being presented. Now, are you with us or you against us, my man? Because that's going to
okay, this is what
determine
I'm
whether or
saying.
not
This is
you
what I'm
stay
saying.
on
You
the
do got
panel.
information. You got your way of interpreting it, but you haven't written it down yet where the generations to
I have
come can
written
actually read.
this shit is an Akasha records. What I put out here is going to project into someone else physical composition, and they're going to they're going to lead the way as well.
Right. But
Okay.
then
I mean, that's how
on
you
top
want
of
to see
that,
it. That's cool.
but on
You don't
but on top
understand
of
that.
that,
See, you niggas
right.
don't
But
get
can
it.
I
Hey,
right
look, hey man,
right.
hey, look, my
But the
brother,
main
look.
thing
Do you
is
understand what I just said?
Yeah, you said Akashi records, but
yeah
we
I
Israelites,
understand.
we got to not. We don't have to just we don't
Brother,
have to
my
just we
man,
got the Akashi records
my
too,
But
man.
look.
but we
Let
got
me
to read and document too
one.
though.
Let me just say something real quick.
Go ahead, brother, go ahead.
The thing is, you got to quit. The thing is, it takes that generation and the team quit and all this bullshit. It don't matter. Like they don't know what they know. They don't know. Only time they don't know is
Hey yo, you kind of hey look, hey MG, you kind of going in and out. Go ahead, go out and come right back in. You going you sound robotically. So if you can go out and come right back in, you can have the floor from what you were saying.
Just don't teach leave the religion shit bullshit away and watch how motherfuckers thrive. Because all of that shit do is
All right,
hold a
you sound
motherfucker
clear
back.
now.
So like it ain't even about producing a whole bunch of it ain't even about producing a whole bunch of manuscripts. You just gotta quit reading the shit that's taking you away from who you are. That should
I
have
get
happened
y'all. So
overnight
yeah, you can
with the next
verbally
generation.
spread the word. You can verbally spread the word that way. That's true. I mean, you could do it that way. I mean, oral. That's oral. You could do it that way. I'm just saying that it would probably be helpful if you had a book or a document like the scriptures.
Bro, it's on the way. Hey, my man, it's on the way. Good. Thank you for the suggestions, my man. It's on the way. Definitely. Definitely. It's on
No
the
doubt, no
motherfucking
doubt.
way.
I got you, man. I'm
You know what I'm saying?
listening.
Real
I ain't
talk.
going nowhere.
I'm just saying, like, even the Israelites, they took themselves from a story, right, which is dealing with homunculus people. Your people wasn't part of these people that experienced this shit, my dude. You was on the creator end of it. Your people didn't go through them atrocities that the Israelites went through. Because God is you, God. You got the spirit of God or the creation of God in you. So why would God just strictly just punish y'all? He punished all of us because we created these homunculus people. And you know something else too? Because the homunculus people, like some of the atrocities and the rivers and all that shit that's damaged, the earth is looking at us like you motherfuckers let this shit going on, or you letting this shit take place. Take this, take that. That's why we constantly still being um punished and all the shit that come along with it. It ain't got nothing to do with no Israelite script. The Israelite script is not a script for us.
I
That
get
shit
that,
didn't
but
happen to us.
okay, now, but the one thing about the advantages of the script is the Torah, it's a knock, it's a covenant and it's a contract with the Israelites, with the Most High, and which means that gives us authority to claim what's ours. But I'm trying to see.
So when you talk about the
You
Most
have
High,
something similar to that?
the Most High. Hey, look, you know what the Most High is? The Most High is the frequency that you put out into the universe. So what you put out there comes back to you. That's the Most High. Yeah, and then sometimes you see people who have these situations that may like you see people endure certain catastrophic events in their life, right? But it's like going back to what we saying, even as the creator. You know what I'm saying? You got a contract. Your contract is who you are when you come back here. It's not no individual contract or no groups. You born alone, die alone. So you ain't incarnate into this third dimensional plane with nobody. With no niggas talking about no yelling and shit. You ain't, and I fuck with the Israel. I'm one of the Aboriginals who I really don't have no problem with them. I still sit out there and listen to them because it doesn't bother me. I'm able to understand exactly what's being said. Sit out there with them Saturday night, or if I go back to New York anytime soon and do a all nighter, do like an adventure type shit, like when I'm taking the train over there and going uptown, then coming downtown, get something to eat, find some other entertainment, and then walk down to Port Authority or um Masquerade Garden, what's the name? What the fuck is the Penn Station, right? I see the Israelite brothers out there, and I sit there and listen to them, and I build with them. Like I know Tazariak personally, not personally, like I know his family and all that, but I see him in the gym all the time, and me and him always talk. And I don't even try to get into the conversations because I see he's really not beat for it. So I'm not gonna force something upon somebody or whatever. I keep it how you know what I'm saying the individual want to keep it. So me and Tazariak is cool.
So
Whether
let me
I
ask you
agree
this.
with what he's saying or I don't agree with it.
Okay, so what's giving you the? I'm saying, but what? See, I mentioned the document because it gives us the authority to claim what's ours, and if it's us passed on to our generations after us. So what is giving y'all the high? Where's y'all authority to claim uh, the I mean the Americas territories as you all's and your descendants? What document or what evidence do y'all stand on that that will give your peoples the authority to stand up and
We stand
claim what's
on the
theirs?
rules of not
Gen,
to.
Gen,
We stand. Nah, we look. We
I was
stand.
just
Yeah.
gonna
Well,
say,
look.
my bad, my
Okay.
bad.
Go ahead. Now go ahead. Go ahead.
I was
Now
just gonna
go
say,
ahead. You go ahead with that part. Now
yeah.
finish it off.
Okay, bet. I was just gonna say shit like genealogy and documentation, like as far as like paper and shit like that. That's the only thing. Other than that, it's really nothing that you have to if you a sovereign. Like we could be producing our own shit. We don't really have to go by, you know what I'm saying, entity outside ourselves to get documents to verify anything unless we plan on like doing business with that corporation or country or something like that or whatever. But other than that, like we don't need too much of nothing. All we need is who we are. Like as far as genealogy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta go
But
back and forth.
hey, look, MD though. But look. So look. Remember this. This is natural law. Natural law is the only people who can own the land is the Autochthons of the land. That's what
Right.
genealogy will connect you back to being an Autochthon, to where they can't tell you when you got here. See, they'll create a narrative when you got here. They can't. You can't give me no story. You don't know. You don't have your evidence. Is not your evidence. It doesn't have the history. You know what I'm saying, to substantiate that people traveled or transversed or made a migration from somewhere else. That's all a fucking hypothesis. It's not even that's not even a theory. And they coming up with all of this shit in the name of eugenics. Because eugenics has to prove that people who look like us came from Africa at some point in time.
Okay,
You understand?
but don't you need like some type of uh paperwork and
I mean, of course you got do you have paperwork now? Don't you got a social security card?
well, what I'm saying is the paperwork that we have
Do you
tells
have
us
a
that,
social security card? Do you
I got
have a
everything.
social security
I got
card?
everything I need, but
All right,
I'm just saying.
that's the mark of hold.
I'm trying
That's
to
the
relate to you
no
what
no 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 no. That's the mark of the beast.
That's what I
okay.
that's what I
That
meant. That's what
QFIC
I meant when
number
I
is the
said
mark of the beast.
bro, we
I hear you, but that's a different. We can get on
y'all
that. But
documentation
what I'm trying to say is that that document that we have, it declares what's ours. What I'm saying is, where's y'all document in the
Does it
United
have
States?
your Howard Shah signature on it? Does it have your Howard Shah signature on it?
What's that
It
though?
has the
Wait. He said
yeah,
the
it has
document
the
that
Most High
y'all have.
signature on it. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
his
no,
signature is
the
on it.
document. What property do that help y'all claim though, bro? Like you said that it helped you claim what's yours as far as what, like tangibly. What are you talking about?
Okay, for like if you got a house, right? You got a title on it. You got a car. You got a title on it. What you got a town
I
or some
understand that.
land. So yeah,
I'm
right.
saying
So
the
what I'm saying
doctrine
is
that you're
that
talking about. What does that help
the
people like?
I'm about to show you
Like the book
the
that you're
Torah,
talking
the
about? Yeah.
Tanakh is the title. That's the title deed to our claim. You see what I'm
And
saying?
that's
That's the
under
deed.
Like
and
That's
look,
what though? Like what I'm saying, what are you claiming? What are you claiming of?
oh our land is the ancient land of all the ancient land of Canaan. So what I'm
So you
just trying
saying
to
in
see
Africa?
what wherever you want to call it. You want to call
I'm
it
saying
Africa?
ain't that what Canaan supposed to be? That the land of Canaan is supposed to be Africa, right?
Yeah, it's part of it, not all
Like,
of
you
it.
can correct me
I
if I'm
wouldn't say.
wrong. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wouldn't say. I
I
would
ain't
say
too
part of. Yeah, part of the ancient
part
land of
of it.
Canaan is. Yeah. So what I'm
Part
saying
of
is
it.
this:
Okay.
that if watch this, if the Americas, I ain't got it. You got to understand, this is not an issue with me. I'm saying that what is y'all using to what documentation that's been
Shit,
handed
no,
down from
I just
generation to
told you.
generation.
I just told you, bro. I just told you, big bro. How old are you, big bro? If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I don't like conversations with we asking about our age because that's not what it's about right now. I'm
No,
just want
no,
to
you
know.
ain't even look. No, you don't know what I'm trying to make it about because you're not letting me get to my point by answering my
I don't
question.
know, but I
It's a
know, but
very
I'm
good
just not
reason why I'm
I'm
asking
not
that question.
comfortable. Okay, I'm just being honest with you.
Because
I'm not
like,
comfortable when we
so
talking
you're not
about
comfortable
this.
saying your age.
I'm just not comfortable talking about age
No,
and all
listen,
that
listen,
because I
listen.
don't.
I look. I fuck it,
I'm
fuck it,
being
then,
honest
fuck it,
with
then. Don't
you.
worry about it.
I mean,
Look, I'm pretty
yeah,
sure. I'm pretty like you told the brother earlier that your people on your people was from the south, right? From numerous places in the south, right? Right? Your
yeah,
people's in
yeah,
the
yeah,
south,
yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yes,
All right. So look, did they own land?
yeah.
Do they still own that
But
land?
some of them still own their original lands, and so I mean their lands, and then some of them sold it.
Okay, okay. Now look, when did they get their land, and how long did they have it? It's a reason why I'm asking you that, bro. Because
I mean,
what
I
did?
don't know about all that. That stuff is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like,
No, I'm
how
saying
do
you
the
saying
so
what piece of documentation do we need to claim what's out
the Americas, all of the
African
Americas. Where
American
is the
that relate
documentation for that?
exactly? Look, let me say my point. I'm saying at one time, all the so-called African Americans, or damn near all of us, have somebody or people in the South to the Midwest or the East Coast that owned motherfucking buku amount of land, bro. And most of us don't have that now because they changed our identities and certain shit, just certain laws and regulations go along with who you are and who you're supposed to be. Like I told you before, all you have to do is
Got you.
claim
I heard that
your
part.
history, like not no
No,
biblical
I heard that
history.
part. So,
I'm talking about
but what you
bloodline,
not but
bloodline as
see that's
far as
not
your genealogy.
that's not
And if you go back
your
far enough, I'm
response.
pretty sure 90% of so-called African Americans are going to see that they already own land. So all you need
I
is
I'm
what
not
like
we're
land
not
deeds,
disagreeing with
tax
that, but
records,
that's not.
titles, and shit like that.
Hold
That's
on for a minute. But you're not dealing with my question I asked you. I know we had land in our families, but what information, what deed do you have? What documentation do you have declaring that the Americas is your people, all of your people's land, not just individual land for farmland and stuff like that? What documentation that says, okay,
what do
this
you
country is
what do you
ours?
what do you do
That's
okay, what do you do? Anybody don't nobody have no claim to this land because the original owners are not claiming it. So the government is just sitting in a place
you say the
what just
original owners is what now?
the original owners not claiming it. It's just like we claiming a whole bunch of other shit that's it's not ours. So that's why the government is taking over it. Like the government basically a substitute teacher, bro, until the real motherfucker come back. Like you saying like where's the claiming that we supposed to have? The whole America was never one continent anyway, bro. It was broken up into little nations and shit like that anyway. That's why you got treaties for certain nations or certain tribes of people that's probably completely different from this other tribe or nation because it's basically the same damn thing. So what you're asking for is really like what you're asking for is you can't produce that because you'll
Okay,
have to
no problem.
go
You can't produce.
you will have to
No, I
go
got it. You can't produce.
individually by each tribe.
Okay, so
The
what?
whole of
So what?
America was never just one.
I got it. No, I got your point. So what state or what territory would see that's more difficult because now
It depends on the
you
time
operate,
frame, bro. See, it had to
but you
depend on the
operate,
time frame.
but that would be operating more on a individual or tribal.
No,
Uh,
that's my point. It was never that's my point, bro. It was never like one, just like how North America is right now, and it's split up into individual states. These states are still individual states that go by their own rules, laws, and regulations, bro.
okay, so let me say this. So I don't have any documentation that says that my ancestors, the possessors of the territory of, yes, let's say Florida or North Carolina or South Carolina. We don't have that in our ancestry. We don't have that in none of our wills, trusts, or nothing. So I'm trying to figure out. So I can't. So I don't have. I don't feel like I don't have the authority to claim the state of Texas as my people's because We don't have no documentation saying that.
Was you born there?
Yeah,
Was you?
this is saying
I
this.
look. I look. Do
An
you know what
example.
some
I didn't see
called?
Texas in
Do you know
example.
what some called sovereignty and birthrights is, bro? The government ain't shit, but like they basically just like a verifier, bro. You got the right. Ain't nobody gonna come over here from China and say, okay, I'm a motherfucking American. They can't document that shit, bro. You would have to document that shit yourself, G. You can't just like they can't tell you where you was born at, nigga. You would have to go tell them. All of that shit is really supposed to come through you. So like they can't tell you that you not a native Texas, a native person from Texas.
No, that's a
That's
good
like
point. That's a good point. That's a
they
good
can't
point.
tell you
But
that, bro.
that's a good
That's what I'm
point. But what I'm
saying.
saying,
You don't need like a piece of document. All somebody needs to know is that this man was born in Texas and where were your parents from? That's all they
I
need.
know.
That's all they need to know now.
So what I'm saying is, being born somewhere is not enough. In America, that's not enough to claim a whole state or a whole
No,
massive amount.
you not claiming the state, bro. Nothing. You're not gonna sit here and have no whole state to yourself. You claiming birthrights. You can live here. That's it. And nobody's saying like, so y'all get y'all. It's a possession thing. Y'all get the possession shit. Y'all start seeing it two different ways. Like you can have something, but that don't mean that it's directly or immediately in your possession. It's just like having land. Like nigga, hold on, because I'm at the gig too. But it's just like having land, bro. You're not finna own the whole damn Texas. The governor of Texas don't even own Texas, bro. It's checks and balances.
Okay,
Like,
so with the
are you
Israelites,
actually
okay,
trying to figure
with the
something out, or are you
Israelites,
just trying to pick somebody's brain?
no, watch this. No, I'm trying to show you something here. The Israelites, we claim jurisdiction over all the land of Canaan. That's what the ancient Israelites did, right? So what
Okay,
I'm
so
saying, and
can
that
y'all
was
go
as
over
a
there
people,
today?
not as an individual, but as a people, right?
Right, so
So
y'all got the right to go over there today and set up shop and do y'all thing, right?
that is our birthright, yes.
So why most of the people still over here exercising their birthrights in America?
Well, they don't want to exercise that right at this point.
No, because you're not gonna be
One,
able to exercise it. You
well,
got
no,
more
that's not true.
birthrights. Look, the government knows who you are, bro. If you were really from somewhere else, they would have they the ones you getting most of your documentation from. So
Right. I'm not even debating whether
if
y'all.
they look, wait, let me finish this. Look, look, what I'm saying is they know where you from. If you was from somewhere else, even your ancestors, bro, they would have gave you dual citizenship, and we don't have that. We don't have that. The same
Okay, I
government
get you.
places, the same ones
Understand
that
you
we've
not
been politicking with for the
understanding
longest.
just you not understanding from the historical perspective where I'm coming from, no political. But I got that. But what I'm
That's
saying
no,
is,
you coming from a biblical standpoint, bro. Everything ain't based on biblical references. It's not. And you
what the
stuck in like
scriptures is.
one paradigm by like only going off of biblical references, bro. You can't just do that.
I don't.
You basically
I'm trying to have a
you
conversation with you. I'm not trying to tell you that you're wrong in what you're doing. I'm not doing
no
it,
no
and I don't know what.
I
No, but
understand that.
hold on, but hold on. But when you communicate to me, you telling me what I'm doing is wrong. I'm not telling you what
No,
you're doing
I
is
ain't
wrong.
say that. I ain't look, the word right or
No,
wrong
you
never
just said
came out of my
no.
mouth, bro.
You just. I know what you're telling me. I'm not telling you where you're
Hey,
from.
hey,
Notice I'm
look,
not
hey,
doing
look,
that.
hey, look. One mic, fellas. One mic. We're gonna move on, bro. If you don't listen,
Yeah.
you looking for a lot of answers in one motherfucking question, bro. So what you
That's
need
what
to
I'm
do
saying.
as we build, take notes, learn from there, bro. Nah, real talk. I'm
I,
keeping it a buck because that's the way you're gonna learn. You obviously
uh,
don't know what we talking about, so you want to learn. So therefore, sit back and chill. Stop asking all these
No, I know
questions,
what
and
he's
you're gonna
talking
learn in
about. No,
time.
but you
no,
only
I'm
going
saying
to
It
like
don't even
I'm
biblical
matter.
saying
It
stuff
don't
though,
even.
bro.
Hey,
Like I'm trying to,
my man, money grip,
yeah.
money. Yeah,
Yo,
it
hey
don't even
Mike.
matter, bro. At this point in time, it don't. If you don't understand where we at, everybody else is in sync. It's only when we get other people up there
Right.
who not in sync to ask all these questions that throw off the whole conversation.
Now, hey,
And that's
one,
what we not.
that's what I was
Yo,
trying to tell him,
What?
bro, because he only talking about biblical.
No, I
Every
know
time I
what
say
you
something
doing. No,
and he try to,
you
and I'm
can
trying to have a
talk.
high level conversation. I'm trying to have
Yeah,
a high
yeah.
level
how you gonna get
conversation,
higher
but
than
we
the
can't
how you
do
gonna get
that.
higher? But how you gonna have a conversation higher than the scriptures? How you gonna do that? That's not
You
possible.
want me?
That's not even
Look.
possible.
If I answer that question, we gonna keep going through a revolving door. So, like bro
yo,
said, we just gonna move on. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna move
Yo,
on, bro.
yo, what's
Yeah,
good, everyone? What's up? Y'all can hear me?
yeah.
We
All
can hear
right.
you. Yeah.
First, I came up here to address the young man real quick because you represent wrong, brother. First of all, the Bible that's first and foremost. Doctrine from Africa. We gonna lift that head, brother. You need a lot more studying to do. A1 was correct, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you gotta understand. You go to Africa with that Bible stuff, man. Majority of them people over there don't rock with that. You know, that ain't the culture over there, bro.
And
And
you breaking
the
up a
ones over
little
there
bit,
with you,
homeboy. You're
what's up?
truthful troll. Truthful troll. You breaking up a little bit, bro. Let's try to
Yo,
adjust
yo,
your
yo,
mic.
let me leave out and come back.
Yeah, A1. I really hopped on because, like I said, I want to piggyback off a point that you had made
Yeah,
where
you
you was like, we had these people in like, not that we had them in bondage, but basically like they came over here as indentured service for us, right? And then when they got freed from
but
their
who brought him over here?
servitude. No, hold on. We gonna get
But
to
who
that. But no,
brought him
I just
over
want to,
here?
look, shit. Hey, look, I feel like it's more than one answer to that question, but no, I was just saying it do make sense that they was in servitude with us, got freed from slavery, and then when they was on their own, they couldn't really do the work that it take to uphold a society. So they had to come up with a plan to integrate themselves with us without them having to like work up under our thumb. And that's where all of this other shit came from. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't want to be around us because they was stuck with us. But now it's like, fuck, we can't generate enough money or generate enough like currency within the society to keep our shit moving. So they integrated us because they need us to do the groundwork, and motherfuckers just sitting behind the scenes. And I ain't just talking about, pale face Caucasian people. I'm talking about, foreigners or even people that's from her that was in with the bullshit.
Yeah, they watch us make all the shit and then swoop in and make industry so these people can come in further our technology in their name and they make
Hey,
millions of dollars and shit. But meanwhile, we're in the hood.
right,
We're in the hood drilling on one another.
right. Want to patent and shit, cause just
Yeah,
like
and nigga talking about the
like
Bible
hip
and
hop.
talking about the Tanakh. You got to
I
know how
understand,
to
but
be able
like,
to see.
look, bro,
They gave
this
them a
this this my
Bible.
whole thing. Right, my
What?
whole thing with that shit is, bro, whatever a nigga put in the Bible, he had to learn in the universe first. G, he sat his ass outside, observed, did whatever. Ain't no knowledge first start in no motherfucking
But
book.
is
That shit
the
that
Bible
shit
not a
started
book that at
outside.
some point in time? But hey, MZ, check this out, right? Is the
Yeah.
Bible a book at some point in time you have to be able to fully understand it? Like the way this
Uh-huh.
shit going, like the Bible is never fully understood. You supposed to be
Man,
able
that's
to
it's a code.
understand it's a
It's a
code, and the
code.
code is
It's a
higher self
code
over lower
for
self.
free. Yeah, but it's mainly I heard it's really for Freemasons, bro. Like it's really a code
Nah, but
for
it's
Freemasons and
still
shit.
how to control the beast within. That's what
Right.
Crowley, that's what Malovelsky and all of them was trying
But
to they was doing experiments.
don't damn near every doctrine do that though. It's just a different same shit,
Yeah.
different toilet. Like every doctrine got a motherfucking savior.
But
Got a way
but you
that you can
still have to know, you still see the Bible is pretty much a book to show you right from wrong. It give you an opportunity for you to either
right,
you do right on your own,
right.
right? And I'm just saying, because if you look at the stories, all of the people that fell victim, they experienced some extraordinary consequences. So
Mm-hmm.
for us, you supposed to understand, okay, well, the Ten Commandments is a breakdown. And see, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people don't understand Drew Ali, but Drew Ali took all of these religions and showed you the higher self over lower self and showed you he in a condensed form. He didn't have to take the whole
Right.
Quran, the whole Bible, the whole none of this stuff. He condensed it and showed you, look, The Ten Commandments is pretty much dealing with the lower self. When you get into giving and loving and forgiveness and all that, all that shit sound crazy and corny, right? But that's the reality to it all. That's how you limit yourself from karma. If you gonna have to forgive somebody, or you gonna keep okay, somebody do something to you, you gonna wish them karma. Then they do something, then karma come out of them, then you get karma. So it's an endless cycle. At some point in time, you gotta forgive a motherfucker.
Nah,
You
you
understand
gotta
what I'm saying?
recycle and replenish. Yeah, you gotta recycle, bro. But no, I get what you're saying. But like my whole thing with the doctrines, bro, be like it's good to have, you know what I'm saying, for certain people who can't really to like who learn better through reading than through life experiences. But what I'm saying is whatever is in any doctrine always started off in a nigga mind, bro. That shit always started out like with nature, with the universe, with just observing reality for what it truly is. And so like all of this other shit is just cast in some over our eyes, so we can't never really see reality for what the fuck it truly is. So like, yeah, I'm just saying all of this shit started in the nigga head, bro. This shit ain't just never fall out the sky. This shit ain't never ain't nobody just be born with all of this shit
Yeah, and
just
that's
within their
that's.
psyche.
But look,
A nigga had to go through certain
it started.
experiences to write this shit down.
So look, check this out. So boom, let's say for example, right? You got like you said, all right, certain examples to write it down, right? So let's say, all right, now with the kids out here, the inner city youth, and how they engage in the criminality, right? So you got other individuals who went through that, who wrote other literature that's handed down to these individuals who participating into these so-called crimes or whatever you want to call it, right? And they showing you how they came, how they was able to overcome it. The same way like the Bible, the same way like if you don't come into this reality with no sense of what the of right and wrong, then you gonna go down a fucking. It's gonna be it's gonna be a long cycle for you. You understand what I'm saying? You have to have. That's what you have a guardian around you for. Somebody who's gonna tell you right from wrong.
Right,
Somebody who got enough sense to see if the stove
right.
is
Now look,
on, not to let the child go.
now
Go ahead.
that's what I mean though when I say a nigga had to experience something to write this shit down, right? Now like
Yeah, I
I
know
believe in
that.
spirit
I got
guides.
you.
I believe in spirit guides. When somebody say something told me to do this and that, and they end up making the right decision, I believe in the spirit world. I don't believe in no spookism and like it's a whole
But the spirit is
like
in your head. The spirituality, but
nah.
look,
I know
MD.
it's with you. They with you at all times though. You ever seen a nigga aura and you see like all the they look like little small little dust particles or some shit like that. You ain't never seen them shit shining around your ass. You know what I'm saying? Niggas see stars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And that's
saying?
the
So
same
that's
analogy of the devil and the angel on your shoulder. The higher
right.
self
The
over
higher self,
lower
the lower
self.
self. Right. You
Come
know what I'm
on, bro.
saying?
It's
But
all the same
yeah,
shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's all
my
what
point.
why why
So
you think they give you that analogy of the devil and the angel on one shoulder? And it's always, I think that the angel is always on the left shoulder and the devil's always on the right. If I'm correct, right? So when you see
I
that,
don't
that's
know.
higher self over
It
lower
might be
self.
backwards though.
Okay, well the
Okay.
angel's on the right and the devil's on the left. So
Yeah, it might be
you always the angel be telling you some real higher self shit, some inner head, something that because
right.
most of the stuff that you see from the devil is promoted to you.
Right.
And then you what happens, you be like, that look like that's gonna be fun. Or that look like I might get some enjoyment or some entertainment out of that, right? You understand? So
Right.
you participate in that. But meanwhile, the angel is telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. This gonna happen,
Right.
and it gives
Right.
you like a
But
alternate reality. Because sometimes when you don't engage,
right.
you see that alternate reality. They give you like a vision to what may happen, and then you look at that vision like, nah, fuck that. That's a thought,
Internet.
huh? That's a thought, right? When you get that little cloud over your head, you know what? I got some. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see. So this, while we taking a break from the conversation, right? So this is a map of Atlantis, insula, right? So it shows you Atlantis right in this area right here. All this in this area. And this is, I guess this is California, and this is the Red Sea. But it's an interesting map.
And where you say that map come from again? What map is this?
I
Atlantis.
don't even know exactly where it came from, but it's an old world map. And right here got a time chime. Autochthon, a tanchan. And this is one of the only maps that I found that has a tanchan on it. And it says Atlantis Isla, right? Where it's showing you Atlantis is where Florida's at. ATLAN, right here. It's on the green side. The green side of the perimeter. See where the perimeter is at? Where the color green is at? It's on this side. At the Antilles, the Alties, right? Or they say Al. I guess this will be another R right here. Terra. Alterra. In the middle right here, right? ALTE. I guess it would be a RRA, right? Or Altera. Altera. Well, anywho. We done seen plenty of these. Even when they give you the image of God, these are Negroes. Because these are depictions of the Holy Roman Empire. Can you see this Israelite? Is the Israelite brother still on? Let me say something. No, he didn't dropped off. Look, the depiction of God is still Negro. This the Holy Roman Empire. These are people who created the Council Nicaea and all this shit. Right? You see them still with crowns on. And like I said, the crown is coming from the Americans. Let me see what this is. It talks about the black Celts, Ireland, and Burke. They're the same people. They're coming from the Barbary Coast, North Africa. It's an ancient America, archaeology of America before Columbus. And right here it says ancient Egyptian present in BC America, which we already know that it's coming from over here, going over there. Let me see. So what the fuck is this? I'll review that shit later. I like South America. All right, so look, this is another article. Actually, this is the rest of the article that I was reading earlier, right? It says too many facts. This fact of old black nations in America will be new yet is an important feature of American history, as well as the existence of primitive white nations, which we can kind of get into with the experiments, right? It said they're still more numerous to furnish of kind of insight into this subject. I will here merely enumerate the black tribes of which I have found evidence, traces, and remains in North and South America, nigga. Okay? North and South America, right? Now, hold on. Let me see something. Because there was a certain part here. He said the black Indians met by the Spaniards in Louisiana in 1543. Look, the black Indians, look, where these niggas just keep saying that voodoo and all this shit came from, right? The black Indians met by the Spaniards, right? But the Spaniards ain't nothing but the Moors, right? They ain't no actual. The reason what they trying to do is this: they try to make you think the Spanish is white to give you an understanding where the Creole people came from. The Creole people were slaves. It was white slaves in Louisiana too. That's where the Creole people came from. So the Spaniards that's coming in are Moors. They're not from Spain. It wasn't even called Spain at that point in time, in 1543. I'm starting at Soto and all these niggas, right? Either they didn't exist, or we know that they was niggas at that point in time. There wasn't no white people. So we know it was black Indians, which we can see the Nash Chaz, right? We know the Nash Chaz Indians, that some of them was sent to IT, and some of the other ones was killed in the Devil Punch Bowl, right, on the 4th of July. Hey, look, I've been looking for this picture too, right? Look at it, right? Brazil. Look, two Brazilian black people, right? And look at this guy. Look, where he come from. look, and we can go back, look, and kind of make sense of it, right? Let me see something. Hold up. Was it this? Oh, no, it was over here. All right, yeah, it was right here. It was as well as the existence of primitive white nations, right? Now, remember, they're trying to cover up where this guy right here came from. Matter of fact, look, what is he doing in the picture? I thought he was the colonizer. What is he doing in the motherfucking picture? Look at him. What is he doing in the picture, y'all? Can somebody tell me what he's doing in the picture? yeah, suspect. Yeah, exactly, right? What is this nigga doing in the picture right here? What is he doing? Why he don't have a whip? I thought the Portuguese came to Brazil and bought niggas there. Look. I thought the Portuguese came in, and like I said, even though is a picture is worth 1,000, what they said, 1,000 words or whatever the fuck the analogy is, right? But what we do see is two melanated people who we can come up with the conclusion that these are obviously Negroes, right? We got the colonizer right here, right? But then again, he ain't the colonizer. What is he doing here? And he's not. He don't have the role of the colonizer. Why is he in America and he ain't got the role of the colonizer? So what was he captured, or was he created here, bro? What is he doing here? look, look, he a what? Look what his duties is. Look what their duties is. They chilling. He about to get some later on. Look how she looking at him, right? But meanwhile, this nigga over here, like he just went fishing. He got squid, all other crabs, all other types of shit coming out this bowl. He got his arm resting on a tortoise. This look like a lemur, an anteater. Well, no, what the fuck they call it? Aardvark, whatever the fuck it is, or whatever, right? But look at him. Why don't he have his regular colonizer role? And why is he looking in the camera like that? Come on, somebody make sense. Make sense of this, please. Can somebody please make sense to what we saying up here? Because this is not what they teach you in college. But see, what they would do is this, right? That is a hammerhead shark, St. Louis. Peace of the gods. Hey, look, what they would do is this, right? They would show us this picture, be like, oh, he fell on the ground. They'd be like, oh, he fell on the ground or some type of shit. Look. Why these people ain't for? Why he look like he over there flirting with her? But meanwhile, this nigga over there, he's preparing the food for the night. Turtle soup. I don't know if they're gonna eat this motherfucker right here, but the shit that's coming out this bowl look like all that is a hammerhead shark. We got some crabs, squid. Look, I just made a paella. They're about to make a paella with all of this shit right here. Some shit we already was making. A paella ain't nothing but like a gumbo type shit. Look. No, I'm talking about the Portuguese was making pie. No, we taught them how to do all that. We the master chefs and the master flavor. We add all of the aromatics and the flavor into food. And look what he doing. They ain't got no clothes. They ain't got no clothes on, and he ain't got nothing either. And he's trailing behind them, capturing or trying to they using him to mine resources, nigga. Resources. The food is the first resource you need, nigga. Once you get that shit down packed, then everything else in life is easy. All the way to the time and now where you can pop a dollar or tap the motherfucking a vending machine and get some M&Ms or some shit out of there, right? But this is the first vending machine right here. Your man right here. Look, where he come from, y'all. We just trying to replace history and look over history. Where did he come from? Yeah, Pilar. You're right. Paella ain't nothing but a Pilar. You're right. Where did this guy come from? Do y'all know him? Do anybody know him? Look. Do you guys know him? Look how he looking. I thought the Portuguese was enslaving the Brazilians and shit. Where he come from? And why would one of them be left over? Because they lying about everything, man. This whole shit is a fucking lie. Look, I think this from Robin Court. No, not Robin Court Moore. But anyway, look, it says the complexion and appearance. Marvel, they're all well set and good behavior and whiter than all the rest that we have seen until then. Though America possessed some dark brown men, it's saying approaching to black. It's saying yet it has been almost universally believed that there was no Aboriginal, black, or Negroes found on this continent. But from considering the peculiar circumstances under which a black race was found in North America, I hold it more than probable that the common opinions is erroneous, nigga. The gig is up. The gig been up, y'all. The gig been up a long time ago. You freaking clowns. And you niggas come up here and want to debate some shit after all these people said the same goddamn, all these people got amnesia. They done forgot all this shit, right? Look, they even talk about this, right? Look. Let me see, because that word, it said I can only quote from the Venegas, California, Venegas, right? Vegas, right? It said who says from the Torquay Manda that when a Negro was ordered to distribute some biscuits to the Californians at the Bay of St. Barnabas, the natives seemed greatly pleased at the sight of the Negro. It signified to him that they lived in friendship and corresponding with a people of his color, and that not far thence was the Negro village of Munda. Undertakes and to explain the remarkable circumstances, supposing that Negroes have been left there by some ship from the Philippine Islands, okay? Which we already know, man. All of this shit, man, they just coming up with explanations. But one thing you have to understand, though America possessed some dark brown men approaching black, yet it had always universally believed that there was no Aboriginal, blacks, Negroes found on this continent. But from considering the peculiar circumstances under which the black race was found in North America, I hold it more than probable that the common opinion is erroneous. Okay? Look. And this is what they look like. And no, we don't need to get their DNA because we are them people. We don't need to go. She looked just like your grandmother. We don't need to get her DNA. These niggas is ridiculous. Oh, we need her DNA to believe whether she's one of us or not. If she's not an African, and come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? Chilling under the umbrella with a motherfucking alligator right here, chilling. And on this side, they got a goddamn lion. The Massey War. It's a Dutch painting from Pinochet, painting of the Yamasee War. The full title translated from the Dutch reads The Gruesome Attack on the Indians on the English in Carolina, West Indies. April 17, 15, no, 19, April 19th, 17, 15. Look, nigga got shields. Look, they got a flag somewhere back there, but some old school shit. Another image of an Aboriginal with pearls around the neck. Look, do we need her DNA? Do the depiction not? The only people who look like this is us, man. And no, we do not need no DNA to help us or DNA results and tests or whatever the fuck these niggas doing. Look at this nigga right here. They got an elephant head on his head. Look, she got a cockatoo, so we know where we at. Matter of fact, that's a woman. She got breasts. Got an elephant head on her head. Look, and that's a small elephant. It still got tusk on it. Y'all see this? Let me see. Look at that right there. Look, you see how they whitewash shit? And I know the trolls is in full effect, so you guys see this, right? On the left is the original Powhatan, right? And then on the right is the remix single, which is the whitewash shit, right? So this goes to show you how they've been writing and remixing shit for a long fucking time. Even if this is not real enough. Because that little motherfucking conquistador ain't gonna run up on no tribe of people like that. Number one, that's all some story that they got you thinking that your people acquiesce. These people wasn't able to do what they did until after the 1900s. So they didn't run up and raise up on no Virginia. They was bought there on the bottom of ships to do the fucking mine and do what we just seen my man doing. Going fishing and shit for us. And look, see how they fake this shit out right here? Got the white people playing checker. I mean, well, not checker, but chess, right? But meanwhile, look. And they have found all types of chess boards in Mexico, in Central America. It says right here, it said, therefore, even the European invaders, which we know ain't no Europeans invaded, they invaded after they got freed after 1865 into a lot of these towns, right? It's saying knew there were blacks settled and living in America, built cultures and civilizations in areas, and had trade and culture relations with, now they saying Africans, but we already know that's bullshit, right? Because we know the Africans ain't got no civilization. They don't have no civilization today. So how can we even believe that? It said that facts well hidden, it was much easier and more deceptive to claim that all blacks in America came to the regions after slavery. By doing so, they can easily claim the land of blacks as well as Indians without worrying or having it retaken from them, nigga. It's saying, or contested in court by descendants of these blacks who still exist today. They are, in fact, a large population of the 30, no, this should say 300 million blacks in all the Americas today. And this is the image right here, right? See all the Negroes, right? Like in the castle and shit, right? And you see it's being invaded. Look, these niggas got sticks and shit. Look, this nigga holding on to a stick. Look, they got sticks and shit. They ain't even got weapons. Look, these niggas got bow and arrows and everything. Look. They got niggas coming out the roofs fighting this shit. Look. And they fighting against these Slavs. And look at these niggas' feet. Like these niggas got claws, or this nigga right here in the front. Did y'all see that? Yeah, the nobles versus the wild man. You right, child. Yeah. The same story we see throughout, all this fucking history, my dude. All of it's all the same. All of it's consistent. And these niggas be believing it's nonsense by them. These niggas now, the people who educating you. Now check this out. I'm gonna try to pronounce this shit. Matter of fact, now let's get to Creek Warrior. We can see it's obviously a Negro. This is the Historical Collection of Georgia, page 174. This is the Creek Warrior. We see nigga got a turban on, right? Nigga got a ascot on, bro. Right? Look. This is how the Indians was dressing, bro. Look. It's saying was a full-blooded Creek and was born in the Tuscaloosa River about the year 1797. He was familiarly known by the name of Jim Boy, but properly entitled to that which we have placed at the head of the article, the Tuskegee, meaning warrior. Okay. It said when the war broke out in 1811 between the Creeks and the Americans. Now remember, the Americans are the Creeks. The Americans are not white people. Okay. You see how they try to do a remix single on that? They try to make it seem like, oh, the Creeks are just the Creeks and the Americans are the white people. No, the Americans are not. The Americans are the Aborigines or copper color races here. It don't apply to no Europeans that's born in America. But it's just an image right here, right? It's a brother. Full-blooded Creek. Look how he dressed up. He ain't dressed up in no wild, savage wear. This nigga look like he have a teller, right? See? They paint everything on her exterior, right? They paint everything except her. When it comes to her skin color, look what color they say the people was here. Look, got earrings on, jewelry, satchel, or not satchel, but bow and arrow. I mean, well, a case for the bow and arrow, right? And like I said, this is some ancient shit right here. This ain't no shit from no 1500s. This is some ancient shit right here, bro. This is how niggas was dressed in the 1500s. And this ain't even, like I said, even with the timeline that they giving you, 1811. Is it really 1811? And look, why would the Pope be praying to some peasants? Look, more Amaru and Moru. That's the Black Madonna, right? Look, Amaru and Moru. Which in this case, Amaru will be Jesus, right? Or Quetzalcoatl, right? And Moru will be Mary. That would be the feminine, the feminine deity, Moru, which is Mary. Amaru, Moru. And look, he's praying to them. Why? Why would he be praying to some peasants? Can somebody please tell me why would the Pope be praying to some peasants? All right, so Crown, Timacoa, see, look. And like I said, the creek was in Florida. The creek is part of the Yamasi and Timacoa. They just using a lot of these different names and areas to throw you off to make you think that these are different tribes. They're all Muskogee. See, now look, well, we didn't went through this shit a couple times, but why not? Benjamin Franklin is saying all of Africa, Asia, and America are Swazi, black. Russia, Italy, Spain, France, Swedes, and the Germans are black. So how did they become what we see them as today? So like I said, a lot of this shit allegory. Show you all the white people and then the niggas drinking or the aboriginals. All this is allegory. These people was peasants. They wasn't wearing these fine garments and shit like that. He was. If anything, they came over here looking like this. They get your white slavery. It's an image. This is how these niggas was getting down over here. All right, so hold up. Let me see something. It said during the 3 days, the Spaniards recruited themselves They saw on the last day about noon coming from a place full of reed 7 boats which advanced towards them. There was in the first a very large and very black Indian of an aspect very different from those who inhabit the interior of the country, which you already know. That's a remix single too, right? It's saying the barbarians of the coast are black. Now, why would they call any tribes in America barbarians? The barbarians of the coast are black in this manner because the sun is there warmer than elsewhere, and because they are constantly in the water, which is salt. Now, he talking about Florida region, right? But then again, no, it say the Chattahoochee in the Mississippi River. So, like I said, all of that shit down in Louisiana, all the way through Florida, all that shit ain't nothing but heat. Another allegory of an Aboriginal, right? And some Europeans behind them. Another image. See, like it's just too many images at this point in time for these people, for us to be thinking these people fucking around with us, man, and we're crazy. Look, another allegory picture to make you look like a Negro or a knee length fucking pygmy, right? Meanwhile, she got a red garment on her spear, right? Well, they go Florida right there. Let me see something. Nah, I ain't gonna get into that. I get into that another time. All right, I'm gonna end it right here. I done went over enough. We've been rocking out almost 4 hours. Like I said, man, peace to everyone in the chat room, man. Peace to gods, peace to goddesses, man. About to slide up out of here. Got some things I gotta do. What's out to everybody in the chat room, man? Till next week, man. We continue it. We go back through some further observations, and we come up with some conclusions as we go along, right? So with that being said, you already know what time it is. Your brother A1 Ahanu Kiel, the time for this one, and I'm out of here, man. Peace to the guys, peace to the guys.